Welcome to the Nomad Network, your first stop for complete and comprehensive Chicago Bears football coverage. Dive deep into analyses, updates, and all things Bears. Subscribe to our YouTube channel today and never miss a beat. Thank you in advance for your support. We promise to bring you the best because together we're unstoppable. Go Bears!
Yo, no maniacs. Welcome into another edition of Nomad at Night, man. Hey, listen, we getting real close to some big decisions that have to be made. And tonight's show is going to be a lot to do with some of these decisions that probably are going to happen. And the tampering period is about a week away. There are going to be moves. How many is up for discussion tonight, I guess. I do believe that this year, even though last year Ben Johnson got his way in kind of in free agency and in the trade period, they built the offensive line pretty much through that market. And I think this year is going to be a big, huge Dennis Allen year. And whether that happens in trade, whether that happens in free agency, I think a combination of both are going to happen. And I'm looking forward to it. The tampering period is right there around the corner. Combine is almost over. And no, I did not really watch it. I watched the Fat Boys the first day just a little bit. I watched them move around just a little bit, but I've intentionally stayed away from that because I don't want it to sway my thoughts on all the film that I've been watching. I believe that the film is going to tell you the truth every single time. And I still believe that the combine is a total waste of time for people like myself that watch film. Total.
Yeah, I bet you Mike Washington moved up in the rankings.
In whose rankings?
The general big board rankings.
Yeah, I don't care nothing about them. You know what I mean? He didn't move up nobody's board that's a GM. Trust me, they already knew what Mike Washington was.
Mm-hmm. Well, it was nice to just see the up and comers, the prospects. It's like, hey, one of you guys or a few of you guys are going to be Hall of Famers. A few of you are not going to even get drafted. Or, and it's like when they showed the like the flashbacks of previous drafts, and it's like, oh shit, a young Joe Tooney, a young Jason Kelsey, and other players, back when they were in the combine and doing the drills, and I was like, oh shit. And so, looking at these guys and seeing how they perform and the emotions that they display, just going through these drills because of the amount of, work that he said that he put in to get to this moment. Specifically, Mike Washington, who after he ran his 40 time, he actually had to sit down on the bench. And he got tears. He got emotional.
So what did he run? What did he run, by the way?
Like a 4.33.
Yeah, you can see it on tape.
Yeah,
definitely.
So, but I mean, he's a big dude. He's elusive. He got speed. So it's like, yeah. But it's just looking at the athleticism of the Fat Boys, as you say, and it's like, I wonder which one. Ben Johnson's looking at his TV at like, yeah, I could do things with him at left tackle. Or the Styles boys, what is it, linebacker and the safety, the Ohio State,
Lorenzo and Sonny.
Yeah, specimens, fast, big, strong. Does it show on tape?
Man, I've been talking about Sonny Styles for 2 years.
All right. What about the other one, Lorenzo?
Lorenzo shows I'm still in the midst of his stuff because Ohio State has so many studs on that team, especially on the defensive side of the ball. There are so many of them. Like you can be in the middle of watching, say, Arvell Reese and get caught up watching Sonny Styles. Be in the middle of watching Sonny Styles, get caught up watching Caleb Downs and so many other football players on that team. It is studded. When I tell you Trip studded, I mean there's nothing but jewelry on that defense. And so it's hard to watch Ohio State tape because you get distracted, man. Watch the other guy, like, man, I ain't been paying attention to him. Let me watch him. And it gets kind of mixed up for me. Maybe that's because of the brain that I have. You know,
yeah. When players and plays jump out, you know, your eyes go there. But you know, but we also, aside from seeing the underwear Olympics, if you will,
yeah, that's what it
there
is.
was also some news that came out. I'm sure you heard that, you know, throughout the combine week, right?
Well, if it got anything to do with this, I'm about to put on the screen. Is it that?
Per Jeremy Fowler, there's a strong trade market for linebacker Tremaine Edmunds. The Giants, Titans, and Raiders are named as interested teams. Fowler suggests that there's a decent chance, quote unquote, of a trade. It was that. It was also the announcement that Tyson Bagent, big gervon Dexter, offers are being listened to if necessary.
I heard some of that, yeah. I heard some.
You know, and that was straight from the horse's mouth of Ryan Poles.
Damn. I didn't hear about no.
There's late ass is.
I didn't hear about no Tremaine Edmunds actual trade market with teams named. I didn't hear about any of that at all.
I'll tell you why it makes a lot of sense and why I think it's got a lot of credibility is because all three of those teams just switched out coaches. And they're installing a new system, and Tremaine is probably a fit.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Actually,
you're going to start your team over. You're going to start your team over and start a new defense. You need somebody to lead them.
Yeah, it would be smart in a new regime situation where you're sort of flushing things out and starting anew. I would like. That Giants defense would be pretty badass if you added a Tremaine Edmunds. I wouldn't want to send him over there. I just got to say that, man.
Well, it doesn't matter how much you think we can get is a question.
You son of a bitch. You know what? Like I'm kind of with you there too because it's cut or be cut. That's what's happening. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens. So we can get a little something as well on top of saving $15+ million. You know, what's good for the goose, man. So.
It's hard to get an upper tier middle linebacker that's still young. You know what I mean? In this league. And Tremaine is still pretty young.
Yeah, he is.
Came into the league young. He's still pretty young. He's been playing a while, but he's young.
And now, before any trade happens, Tremaine, his agent would work out a deal with whatever team wanted to trade, correct? Like an extension deal?
Probably.
Or does like Ryan Poles just say you're traded to that team because they gave us the best offer? Y'all figure that shit out.
They're gonna ask the Bears to pick up some other contract or something along those lines. And it's up to Ryan Poles to decide whether he wants to grab some of it just so he can get the deal done and get whatever compensation he wants for it. But it can go a couple of 2 or 3 different ways.
Hey, Paul, shout out to Paul Rodriguez out there in the chat. But look, them Raiders look kind of good though. The Raiders. Raiders. If we're talking, if all this Max Crosby talk is out there and everybody's going through the motions, sending a certain Mr. Moore out in that direction, maybe you sweeten the pot a little bit. No?
DJ and Tremaine for Max, straight up. Who says no?
Well, I think you might want to throw us a pick back, but that's because I'm an asshole, though. But you know what I mean? Like that. I think that might, considering what folks are putting out there as viable trade compensation for Max Crosby, if there's interest in both of those players, which I believe there is from the Raiders, interesting shit. No?
Hey, by the way, what up, T Will? What up, FFG? What's going on, fellas? White Ghosts, Cloud Chasers, True Pilgrim, everybody in here, man.
Big up, big up.
Shout outs.
But that was the kind of news that, came out this week as, Ryan Poles was on the mic, being interviewed. And so now, that the combine's wrapped up, agents have met with GMs and coaches and everybody is, networking. And so now the offseason officially begins, and as Nomad alluded to, the new league financial years coming up on the 11th. So it's like, man, it's about to jump off with the free agency, the trades, and then we got the combine at the end of April. Make sure you all tune in for our live I'm sorry, I said combine, but draft for our live draft coverage. Because remember, kids, what does this mean? Mango.
That means run the damn tape, fool. You know what I mean? That means run the graphic.
That means that the pick is in. Everybody shut up. Let's go.
Pick is in. Run the graphic, cats. All right.
So,
it's been about a year since I've heard
that. At the end of, what is it, starting in April? Was it 23rd, 26th, or whatever it is? For the draft. So make sure you're here for that. And so you're subscribed on the Nomad Network at Keds of Canuck and Sports Chicago Style, also known as Triple R SCS. So yeah, the offseason is here, and it's like, all right, let's get it popping.
What it do, Bishop? Everybody, man, thank y'all for being here.
Where you at, bro?
All right. So listen, man. I think there's going to be some kind of movement in the next 24 to 48 hours of some kind. Why? Is because you want to try to get this situation financially in place. So you want to knock a couple of, you want to knock a domino or two down so that you can get some things certain. And if there's going to be any kind of trades for any kind of player out there, I think you want to do that sooner rather than later. And that way, once you go into free agency, you got some assurity as far as what your cap is and how much draft capital you got. And then you can still do some moving around too with some different pieces that you have on the team. So to me, I think in the next 24 to 48 hours, any trade, you might see a trade or two. That's what I think.
You ain't wrong, because I like, as you were talking, I had to load up Spot Track, whatever you want to call it, just to see what the cap space looks like right now. And they're still $11 million under. So there's moves that are required and how and fast, so that they can make any level of machinations as they move forward, right? Can't really do much without figuring things out, because that's not a favorable situation for you to really go into free agency at all, right?
I heard somebody's at White Ghost said that. He's talking about the safety from Oregon ran a 4.3.
Oh yeah,
there's all sorts of good. I didn't pay. I really meant to buckle down and watch this thing, and I buckled down on day one, and I was so mad because my son, like, I got to get a picture of my son. I'm gonna tell you what I'm talking about. I got to get a picture of my son and put him up side by side, like split screen, with Akeem Mesidor, because at certain angles, these two kids look identical. And I was like, holy I was playing around a little bit before, but they look, now that Akeem's cut his dreadlocks off and my son's cut his off, they have the same haircut, full beard. Like, they look very similar. My son's like lighter skin, and I have to say he's better looking, but it's all good. Like, they look a lot the same. And I was so mad when Akeem didn't run. He didn't do anything out there, because I really want to see what he brings to the table live and direct. So now I got to go dig in the tape, which I did a little bit. I still think he's the perfect prospect.
You think for 1 second that Akeem Mesidor not performing in the combine hurt him at all?
Oh, not in the least, dog.
That's why.
Look, not in the least. What I am going to say is, well, okay, I say not in the least, maybe a little bit, but like when I say even a little bit, it's just that other players get that opportunity, grab the brass ring, and shine. So it's not like, put it this way, it's not as if he ain't going in the first round. You know what I'm saying? Like that's etched in stone. He's going in the first. If somehow he falls out, he's going early in the second. Doesn't really make much difference to an Akeem, right?
I'm like Chris Brown, man. What is the combine there for, man? It's just a dog and pony show, man.
That's all. Like,
he knows what he put on paper. He knows what he brings to the table.
Yeah, over the years, I've come to agree with that sentiment, because they put enough down on film that you can go back and really get a good assessment of what each kid brings to the table.
Well, but so looking at the scientific aspect, what the scouts are looking at as they explained it, when they do the overlays, like when they draw the lines.
Now you're hitting the nail on the head.
And now, like the wide receivers, for instance, when they were doing the drill and the wide receiver has to turn, catch, and then run straight across the field, catch this way, catch that way, catch that way, catch that way, and turn up the field. They were showing the tract of the footsteps, how they move. Some receivers were, zigzaggy. You're supposed to stay straight along the line. And like the one kid, Concepcion, I think, went straight down the line, and they show like Puka Nacua doing it in game, where you're running this way, you're looking to catch, or you're running that way, you're looking to catch. So they're doing it no matter which direction of the field you're going. That drill, you're catching right and you're catching left, running that parallel line. Are you catching it with your hands, or you letting it get to your body? So it doesn't detract or add to the game film, but it just shows the athleticism, like the offensive lineman, like the big Freeland kid, or the other kids, the way they move with the drills, and how they the offensive line handoffs and the pulling, and how they they shuffle their feet. So it's just looking at that, and then just looking at how fast they are, and it's like the 40 times are just crazy.
Hey, in reality, Paul is right though. Combine is really for, like, if it's me, I'm gonna go there and sit there through the shit, because that's what everybody's got to do. And you feel like everybody will be talking shit about you if you just went there and did the interviews, did the medicals, measurements, and all that kind of stuff, and just roll the fuck out. But everybody be looking at you like you're wrong for that. You didn't do a thorough analysis. But in reality, that's all they need.
Well,
all they need. They've already watched that tape.
Okay, so I guess, in my opinion, there's just two ways of looking at the combine. I'm not going to take anything away from actually watching tape on an individual player, because that's where you're going to get what you need. Tripp kind of just nailed it, because what's happening now is they're sort of building analytics around it, and it's interesting to actually watch and get an understanding, and then go back a couple of years and scale out on a wider zoom and go, okay, just like he's saying, this is what Puka Nacua looked like. This is what this wide receiver looked like in this situation. And we can make a little bit of a comparison. Real talk though, it's more fan shit. Like, I just got to say it's more fan shit than it is like professional scout shit. Like, they got their own stuff that they're utilizing and drawing analytics on. Including the tape, mostly tape based. So, it's not like the combine isn't really going to affect a team's big board. It's probably the best way to put it. It's not really going to affect the team's big board. There's really only one metric that comes to play that might be interesting on a team's big board, and that's actually that's the 40. Right, just a 40. How fast are these kids? We don't really have numbers on their speed. How fast is this kid? Cool. Put that beside him on my big board. And if one guy's faster and I'm really speed hungry, then I make my decisions there. But other than that, It's mostly for the fans.
Well, as you say that, it's true that then when they showed the old clips from back in the day, coaches were smoking cigarettes on the side. You know what I mean? There wasn't no fans. There was just a bunch of scouts with stopwatches.
Yeah.
But as now they get, the circuses of it all, the entertainment factor. But a guest that we've had on here, it was either Nomad at Night or some extra sauce. But Coach Clemens,
I was just gonna say Coach Gene, man. I saw the clip, but go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, basically he was at the combine and he did a little selfie video basically chastising the fans / NFL for being booing
Carson Beck,
Miami kids, the University of Miami kids, because they're in Indiana, and he was like, dude, y'all won. You know what I mean? You can cheer for your Indiana kids, but why are you booing these Miami kids? When the quarterback's out there trying to throw, they're booing them. It's like, why? You all won, and why are you being assholes at his job interview?
Yeah.
And so he chastised the fans. It was like, this really shouldn't be for the fans, but if y'all come at like grown-ups, that's not gonna happen. So, but yeah, it was just funny that he put up that video talking about the fan experience at the combine.
Yes, shout out Coach Gene, man. Shout out Coach Gene. That was an interesting look because I didn't really, and he mentioned it. It was like they never used to let fans into this thing, and now the fans are in there. Y'all gotta behave, man. Behave when you're out there. Be respectful of these young men trying to get to where they're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying?
That's like I have to respect. Trying to convince a snake not to bite you.
Right.
Fair enough, man. Fair enough.
There's no need. That's why it's totally a dog and pony show. Is because they're having fans come in there. Sit your mother ass at home and watch the shit, man. What the man? I can't stand the combine, bro. Because you think about it this way, kids. If you were Akeem Mesidor's agent and you're putting feelers out with coaches and stuff, he can do that. That agent can call every GM in the league, all the scouts, all the personnel from every team, and get an idea of where we sit with you. And if that agent were to pose a question to, say, Chicago Bears, he's like, you know what, my client, he's kind of urging me to ask you guys, do you think it's important for him to perform at this combine? And I wouldn't be surprised one little bit if that question was posed and the Bears told him, no, there's no need for him to perform. We know what we know. Would you be surprised at hearing that?
Well, I wouldn't be surprised at all. It's funny because, again, me and my son were talking about it immediately after. I was like, damn, I didn't get to see Akeem because I'm hoping Akeem somehow falls to us. And he was like, man, Dad, as much as I respect the combine and would love to participate, real talk, if I was in Akeem's shoes, I wouldn't do it either. You know what I mean? Like he had to own up immediately. He was like, I wouldn't be running out there just because, hate running. You know what I'm saying?
You might blow a tire. And
you never know. You never know.
A big boy, some of them big boys in there, all them big boys. Let me tell you, I promise you this. Whether you're an offensive lineman and a defensive lineman, that is the last time in their entire life, unless they're running from the police, they're going to run 40 yards. Period. They will never run another.
About the NFL, the Ixnay Police.
They will never run 40 yards again for the rest of their life. Why the hell you want to watch them run the 40 at the combine? Never running no 40 yards, man. You kidding me?
Well, no, some of those drills, when they do the pull and they're leading the running back down the sideline, they was running them to the end zone from like the opposing 40, so it was like 60 yards. It wasn't sprints, but they was moving.
Yeah, they were being assholes. Them coaches was just doing it for the show.
Yep. Yeah. Like I said, I can't. I enjoy it from my own personal.
What time out, kids? You think they do that to us in practice every day?
No.
No, not those.
Make you run all the way to the end zone?
No.
Well, yeah. on
They
the
don't
on
make
some of
you.
those drills.
But hold on now. No, they're not going to make you run to the end zone. They might be hyped that you did. You know what I mean? Like if you put in that extra effort and did it, I can see a lot of players doing it just out of effort and like,
no question,
and fire. But
Speaking of extra
one
effort,
time I turned around and tell him, I said, no, hey, don't get too excited. I ain't doing that shit.
I ain't doing that every practice.
right, but extra effort, somebody that did all the drills and did some extra stuff and did another position workout or something. The running back from Notre Dame, number 1 running back in the class, Love. He was out there just on the field because they wanted him to run some wide receiver routes, and he wanted to show that he could do that, so he did that. Man. And he was just out there doing his thing because he's an athlete. Good, and he loved doing that athletic shit.
You look good, man. Like the FFG was asking about them running backs. Love looked great. Price looked great. But your boy Mike Wash, man. Mike Wash, dude.
I like Mike Wash because he's got big. You know, he's 6 feet tall, 220 pounds or whatever he is. And he's running a 4.3. It's like, yes, please.
Yes, indeed, man. He's got that.
He's a beast.
And no, we're not getting Monty back that he requested a trade from.
Hey, hold on now, Trip. Hold up. Why you just don't want him back?
Who? Well, no, that's going backwards. That's going backwards.
How's that go going backwards, man?
Forwards.
Tell me how that's going back.
Did you fire DeAndre Swift again? Is that what I missed? Did I miss something? Did I miss you fire him again?
Man, hey, don't do that.
Yeah,
no
Oh, well, if possible.
What up, Jay Grizz? What's happening, boy?
Oh snap! Look, man, I'm just saying, I'm spitballing.
That's the first time at the show, I could tell somebody wanted to choke Trips at. I'm talking about the comment section. I was like, oh no, man. But listen, man, running back class. I think Mike Washington. I told y'all last week. I said if there's a back in this draft that it's possible for us, you know. I think if Jeremiah Love's not there, he's the best running back in this draft.
Well, he gone. Like, let's be frank about that. Somebody's going to snag him in
he's the first running back off the board.
Yeah, he's gone.
You talking about Jeremiah Love or Mike Washington?
Right now, Jeremiah Love, since you brought him up, he's gone. Like, there's no way. Like I said, them top few backs shine this week. They look great. The wide receiver class actually looked pretty impressive too. I'll say that as well. But them backs look pretty good. I don't
safeties though.
Safeties didn't look bad either, man. I like the
linebackers
and the linebacker class look great. Like
and what was the cornerback that we talked about last week that Nomad spotlighted that somebody posted about on the Twitter?
Who, Will Lee?
Man, you got
was it Will Lee?
But Will Lee looked good too, though. Will Lee looked good.
Probably I think that might have been who it was. That's who he spotted, cornerback.
Damn it!
I probably the guy I had a week before. I can't even remember who it was now.
I have to find it, but I know who Tripp's talking about because he posted something about it. Like I'm saying, the running back back to it. Running back class look legitimate. I'm not going to sit here and say it looked like last year's class was a little bit of an anomaly. Last year's class, right into the 7th round, as proven by Kyle Monangai's performance this season, right into the 7th round, you could get yourself a back. Like there was a plethora, a surplus of running back talent. I don't know if that's what we have this year, but what I am saying is these first 5 guys.
There is.
Marcus Allen.
That's who he's talking about. Marcus Allen. But yeah, these first few backs are talented for different reasons. A lot of people like Price a lot. I think Price is a great back, but you know, when I see Mike Wash, I think of 2 players, and both of those players are 3 players, really. All 3 of these players are top high-end elite talents in the NFL, and that's obviously Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry, and the other guy would be Eric. I'm blanking on the last name.
Mike Washington is a workhorse. He's
Bro,
a
he's a workhorse and a half.
he's like having Adrian Peterson and Jonathan Taylor.
Still Eric, man, old school running back.
Wait, what are you talking about? Eric Dickerson?
Eric Dickerson. That's it. Them like that's who the kid reminds me of. Any one of
Those
them three.
upright runners,
Upright, tall.
I tell you something
long
else.
strides.
I'll tell y'all something else. God bless the dead. When I say this, anybody once Mike Washington gets up to full speed, I don't care who you
get out the way. Business decisions are in a full effect, bro.
Your ass getting flatlined. I'm telling you, I've seen it on tape too many times, man. He will flatline your ass.
Yeah.
Oh, damn.
I loved it. Dickerson was a different thing, but it's the level of burst that Dickerson had with that upright. Same thing with AP, but AP could do it any kind of different way. Like AP was off the chain. And Derrick Henry, good luck bringing him down. And it's that size. He kind of has a mixture of all of those things. And boy, I don't know how you stop him from getting a yard. With that 6'2", you just lean forward and get that yard. So
it's one thing, I mean, that big, but and then have 4.3 speed.
I don't know how you stop that, right? That is tough to stop, and that's what I'm trying to say. If we're able to somehow luck into something like that in like due to surplus draft capital, I'm so with it. But right now, I just don't see us having surplus draft capital, man. Like that's my problem.
You just don't see it now, but I do see some opportunities coming to get a couple extra pieces here or there. I mean, I think we'll see. I actually am proud of Ryan Poles for pounding the table during this press run at the combine about those two comp picks, and he said that he hadn't heard back from the league, but he definitely made his case.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But he talked about it on every stop because every stop asked him about it.
Well, he did damn well. He should.
And I told y'all if they were going to get those picks, he's going to have to pound the table about it.
Hey, are you all right? I don't, man. This is kind of messed up.
Okay, what you got?
Boulder, Colorado, on March 1st, 2026, today, at approximately 3 a.m. this morning, a Colorado State Patrol responded to a fatal single vehicle crash with one occupant. The crash was on Baseline Road near Luling Court in Boulder County. The vehicle was a 2023 Tesla Model 3 driven by 23-year-old quarterback Dominique Ponder. He was a member of the University of Colorado Buffaloes football team.
Damn.
The Tesla was westbound on the road when the driver lost control on a right-hand curve. The Tesla went across the eastbound lane and hit a guardrail. The vehicle continued through the guardrail. The Tesla then struck an electrical line pole and rolled down an embankment, landing on its wheels and catching on fire. The driver was pronounced dead on the scene. The Vehicular Crimes Unit of the Colorado State Patrol is leading the investigation. The preliminary investigation shows that speed is suspected as a factor.
I bet you that damn vehicle took off on him. I wouldn't touch one of them vehicles. Now you couldn't even. You bring me a brand new one, I wouldn't get in it.
Yes, rest in peace, man.
I wouldn't get in it for nothing. I don't want no parts of that,
man. And well, this is not the case here, but not only do they have those Teslas on the road, but they have the automated Teslas on the road.
All of them have potential to be automated. It's just
these are the driverless ones that like act as taxis.
Yeah. I know. They got driverless delivery. You can get
so you got the driverless and the Tesla, so you get 2 times going on.
Yeah, I don't like it. But hey, man, good vibes and hey, man, rest in power. How that's so bad. That's so bad. I already got. I ain't even gonna mention it right now. I'll wait till later on when we close the show. But man, that's
Yeah, I mean, we're talking about the combine and these kids turning pro, and this is just was still 23 years old, college kid, not even in the combine yet. So yeah, just prayers everybody involved, yeah, just family, friends, teammates, coaches, all of that.
well. All right, man. Listen, I got amen for hey. Thank you for bringing that up, man. Because I didn't know. I didn't know. I had no idea about that story. But I've been kind of sidetracked today, the last couple of days because of stuff. But you guys, I got a little handful of guys to talk about tonight if y'all want to.
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, and FYI, why Nomad's bringing that up, kids, on the stick to the model GM simulator.
Yes,
when
sir.
we star those guys in the draft with the little gold stars, it saves. So the next time you go in, as you go room by room, those should all be saved.
I got a better one for you with the stick to the model, and that's the trade block. They added a trade block in there, so you can actually grab players, throw them in, and see what's out there.
Get the offers.
That's right. You get your offers. You make your you can accept what's out there, what they suggest, and keep it moving relatively quick, as opposed to having to go through each and every player and build your own trade scenario. So they added that, I guess, earlier in the week. I messed with it earlier in the week. Pretty cool little add-on.
So no maniacs. I think those two guys are getting their bid in to do a mock offseason and a draft. I think that's what they're trying to tell me. But we'll do if that's what
Maybe
you guys
maybe it's your turn. Is it your turn?
Yeah. Or
Maybe
Nomad will have fun with the spider charts.
maybe not.
Have you used those yet, kids?
Say what now?
Have you used those spider charts yet?
No, I haven't messed with the
Well, like the kids nowadays with the analytics, they're always putting up charts and like having like players on this quadrant or this quadrant of the graph. And it's like you got to read this axis and that axis and figure out what the fuck is going on with all of that. But they have this new tool on there to stick to the model that makes spider charts. And it's like we were talking about the running back Mike Washington. It's like with his speed and his size, he's like up here, whereas like other guys are down here. And so it's like you want to be up here. It's like, oh yeah, cool. And so it's like those features with whatever parameters you're putting in, whether it be speed or size or whatever, that's in there as well to play with for you analytics freaks.
I think these guys are itching to do it. I ain't gonna try to get in their way, but I'm not
for a scratch.
I think that's what they want to do. But if that's the case, we better hurry up and get to. I got like 5 guys to talk about real quick, and I try not to take up too much time.
Kick it.
Let's get with you guys know I like them big boys, man. Let's start with the big boys.
I like big boys, and I cannot lie.
This is Jackie Marshall out of Baylor. Jackie Marshall is 6'3", 306 pounds. Started off as an edge at Baylor. Ended up being they told him, I would assume that they told him his best bet is to pick up. He was probably about 280-ish when he transferred over into the D tackle role. But man, let me tell you something. He's born to be a D tackle. Look at that body structure. He is a big boned kid. He's thick from top to bottom. I'm talking about thick arms, thick hands, thick neck, thick thighs, thick calves, and he's explosive off the line. Extremely, extremely explosive. Now, I'm telling you guys right now, this is going to be a player on the next level. He's going to be a player. If you want me to give you a projection of where I think he might, where I think he might land, just because he hasn't played D tackle solely that long, I think he's going to find himself in the middle, somewhere between 3 and 5, 3rd and 5th round, just because of that. That's because the team will know that they're going to have to spend some time with it. But his hands are really, really active and violent. He's got a motor on him, and he's got an attitude about him. Like if you see him, like you think about 306, he's fat somewhere, right? Nah, cat ain't fat nowhere. Like the only thing I would have went to the combine for to check out Jackie Marshall is about outside of the interview and just checking to see what kind of individual and how he thinks. I would have been like, what's your body fat percentage? Because this guy, look at him.
He's 306.
He's all meat, bro.
You know what's funny?
What's that?
He wears one of them. He wears his jersey. I can't like do it because I'm sitting, but he wears it. He's got like one of them small jerseys, so his belly's always hanging out, and there's no belly there.
You mean like a wide receiver jersey?
He's got like a crop top on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's kind of how he rocks his jersey.
Believe it or not, that's probably a big deal with the coaches and the scouts and the position guys that are looking at him. They're gonna notice that. I noticed that right away. I was like, his body, he's lean.
He's lean, man.
Really lean.
What kind of motor?
He's got motor. He's moving. He's moving all the time.
I mean, like to the echo of the whistle motor.
Yeah.
Chase him down.
Jackie Marshall is. I'm telling you right now, Triple R, this is a real sleeper.
How tall is he?
6'3".
6'3", 3 bills. Is that a Dennis Allen? Yeah, because they say, but historically, Dennis Allen prefers the 300-pound defensive tackles early, and then like the 350 guys like later.
Yeah, because those are nose guards. These are the guys that's going to really create all the action on your defensive line. The guys.
What are you calling him, a 3-tech?
Yeah, he's a 3-tech.
Okay.
Hell yeah, he's a 3-tech. But he. I mean, look at him now.
Look at I'm laughing because his every snap, his jersey's at his belly button, and it's kind of funny. You don't see that with a defensive lineman. You know what I mean? You might see that with a wide receiver or running back. Running back do it all the time.
Stop taking and do some crunches.
What up, Dodgy?
But but he doesn't need to do the crunches.
Oh, I'm sure he does a lot of crunches.
He must be killing the crunch. Like he's rocking it out there like Ezekiel Elliott, and there's no belly at all coming.
Was it who these young athletes? It was one. It might have been Love in the combine. Was saying that they train so hard and they're in such good shape, or it might have been the guy with the mullet. I'm not sure, but several of them talked about their nutritionist and how they're on regimens and programs to eat right. These kids aren't eating fast food. No. Like your average typical college kids. They're pay attention to what they're intaking.
Oh, they're eating it. They just burning it off.
Well, one kid said today, since the draft is over, the combine is over, he was going to a restaurant to get a chocolate shake, no whipped cream with a cherry on top. Okay. You've been dreaming about that for a few months now. And now he gets to enjoy it. And it's like the discipline to be like, you know what? I don't want no chocolate shake right now because I got to train. And it's like 300 and whatever pounds, at 6'3", he's not eating all that greasy stuff. And if he is, he's burning it off. Look at it. He's a specimen, kids.
I was just about to say, Trips, what do you see when you see this kid? When you're looking at this graphic right here?
I don't see 300 pounds.
No.
Oh, he's 300 pounds easy.
Oh, I believe you, but with just looking at this graphic with the let's say the Love handle-less waistline that he has, I'm looking at it like, all right, that's a nice in shape, like 275, 260.
Oh no,
like you have to see this. You have to see him though, because like you can see where the 300 pounds is. It's everywhere but the belly.
Yep.
Right. Like he's like you said, he's thick everywhere. He is legitimately thick. His ankles are thick. His wrists are thick. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of crazy. He got a crazy build.
He's unique that way. You don't see very many 300-pound
Jacket.
individuals that is pretty much all meat. It's always fat some freaking where, bro.
I never seen anything like this before.
Telling you, he's weird like that. And the fact that he's just now starting to really lean in it. He played some D tackle while he was playing edge. He's moving in, he's moving out, but he played majority edge for the last couple of years. But he went exclusively because I'm sure the coaches told him this is your best chance to be drafted in a high round. Go in there and really give your all into D tackle. And you can see like he put on them extra 20-something pounds, and it wasn't hard. And he turned it all into muscle. That's not easy, man. I mean, but you had to be built in a certain way. Your genetics need to be a certain way to begin with in order for you to put 20+ pounds on and it not be fat. So that should tell you a lot. Genetically, he's won the lottery. If you can put on 20-something pounds in a year and still look like that, that's not easy, man.
How old is he?
Don't get me wrong here now. He's probably about 23, 24 because they stand a little longer now.
But yeah, he would be an interesting 3-tech if you could get him a little bit later in the draft. That would be an interesting, I gotta admit, that would be an interesting maneuver. He plays with his pads pretty low.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like I would love to see what this kid looks like in against NFL competition. So like I wouldn't go that far, like gee, you know what I mean? Like I wouldn't go that far, but it really wouldn't be a far cry.
Oh, yeah. So what does he say? Aaron Donald.
That's what he's saying, right? And I'm saying like them types of comps are hard to come by, but he's like the other thing about Aaron Donald, he's probably about 3 inches shorter than him, right? Aaron Donald's just short and stout.
Yeah.
But then he's got, he's just super powerful and motor. So this guy's got a lot of that power. He's got a lot of that motor. But like I can only imagine when he puts his hands on you, it's like just like a sumo wrestler slapping you down.
Oh yeah, he's gonna put, and he hasn't even matured yet as far as physicality goes. He is gonna put a beating on offensive linemen. They're gonna have to double team him at some point because he's so got doggone strong, man.
Yeah. He's gonna have.
This is what NFL players tend to look like when they mature.
Yeah, after a year or two, you're right. You know what I mean? Like once you put your weight up season 1, you're slow. You trim it all down season 2, and you get the speed back, but you retain whatever muscle you put on in season 1, and then in season 3 we see that on the field. You know what I'm saying? So like basically Gervon Dexter. Like what I'm saying. Like if you look at Gervon season 1. Yeah, he's a little bit over. Season 2, he's felt. Maybe in season 3, he might be a beast. And this is why I think folks are kind of looking at Gervon as a potential trade candidate. Anyways, back to Jackie Marshall. Yeah, man, I'm interested, especially if you're saying he's probably projected rounds 3 to 5. I think that's a great place for him for a team to pick him up.
Jackie.
He's listed as that in different places, depending on what.
Minister Charles says, whatever reference he has at
293,
6'2" and a half, 293.
It's going to be different wherever you go. Different.
Well, after dinner, I'm sure it's like 310.
What do you mean?
This dude's got the physical traits. You're talking about traits, and then can you see it on the field? Can you see it translate? Jackie Marshall has got the goods. I'm telling you guys right now, he's going to put a whooping on offensive linemen for a long time. Because I'm telling you, he hadn't even matured yet. He doesn't really even know. And his hands are pretty good now as it is. Swim over, rip under. Everything is really, really good. And he's being coached well. And all that's just going to be enhanced when he gets to the next level. And so Jackie Marshall, if you can get that guy anywhere between 3 and 5, 3rd and 5th round, You just got your steal.
So
You just got your steal.
He ran a 4.88 in the combine.
Wait,
that's
4.88.
fast. That's fast.
That's a lot of what is it, inertia?
Yeah.
You know,
That's what it looked like. Yeah. That's like a great word for him. He's inertia, period. The way he moves, you just got motor. He's coming at you and moving things. But
what up, Relentless Mikey?
What up, Mikey?
We're gonna talk about McKellen soon, Minister Charles. Soon. But yeah, man.
Look at Mr. Charles doing his research.
Hey man, this dude right here, I'm just like, how come people ain't talking about Jackie Marshall? It's because they so busy watching the guys that everybody else. They just watch the next person talk about them. That's who I need to be talking about. I'm telling you, this is a stud right here.
Okay.
Stud football player right here.
Everybody's still stuck on Ohio State.
Can't help it, man. They just creatures of habit. But hey, Jackie Marshall, boy, you better go do your homework on him, no maniacs. Go check him out. I'm telling you, you're gonna be like, you can put him at edge and he's gonna get good reps on you because he's played edge.
So he's got that Dennis Allen versatility.
Yes, that's what. There you go, Trip. Say that one more time.
He's got that Dennis Allen versatility.
Position versatility. Why everybody is so excited about all these other players because they like what they look like on film and highlights. Notice the traits and what he can bring to what we already have established. He wants position versatility along the defensive line. We know that. So why not highlight a Jackie Marshall that can get down from either 3-tech. He can even play some interior. He can play some nose and hold his own and play edge. He's exactly what Dennis Allen is looking for.
Well, as far as speed is concerned, this year's combine wasn't anything special, so he kind of fits right into the mix. So you got to look beyond speed and look at the rest of the stuff that he does. And I think they got him listed as maybe 6th or 7th in the list here, but I think that's like a perfect place for him to be.
How many reps did he get in the bench?
Like just about nobody did the bench press this year. Like I'm be straight up about that. I'm sure there's a couple of guys who did, but he's not one of them, unfortunately. Unfortunately.
Well, but yeah, we got to remember to make sure if he's not to add to the Nomad draft board. Nomad?
My bad. I was talking my ass off and I was on mute. All right.
Yeah. Go ahead. Where we going next?
Jackie Marshall out of Baylor, man. Stud football player. There ain't nobody talking about, and they should be.
Well, that's why the Nomaniacs and others come to the Nomad Network, come to Kids of Canuck and Sports Chicago Style, RRSCS on YouTube, to find the prospects that the scouts are looking for. So, Jackie Marshall, you heard it here first, the Nomad Network. Nice.
Hey,
right,
man,
who we got up next?
All right, we're gonna get on some off-ball linebackers. You know why? It's because we might need them. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna give you a good one right here. We got 2 of those. I doubled down this week, so we all defense this week, just for the record. But this is Justin Jefferson out of Alabama, who is 6'2", 227 pounds, fast as all get out. Don't ask me what he ran in the 40 at the combine because he's an Alabama player that's in the draft. He probably was at the combine. Don't know what he ran, but I know he's fast. And his play speed equates to, the quickness and the twitch.
4.57.
That's not bad.
Ain't no problems with that. It's not a far. It's right in the middle of all the prospects as far as the linebacker case scenario is concerned.
What up, Slimbo Boogie?
And now you're saying that he's a linebacker, not like a safety?
No, he's off-ball linebacker.
Okay. Projected in the 6th round. That's just projections.
And I think that's pretty much where, unless they move into earlier rounds, I think they'll land a linebacker somewhere in that neighborhood. And Justin Jefferson's got all the traits in the world: speed, FBI, football intelligence, quick twitch, closer, finishes his tackles, everything that you want. Can read, react really, really fast. And that's one of the things you gotta pay attention to when you're watching linebackers. Justin Jefferson checks all my boxes, man. I don't see. It's like he stayed in college a little bit long for, most Alabama linebackers. Most Alabama linebackers are coming out after a couple of years. They're gone. They're gone. The really cold ones come out one and done. Kind of. They done. But this guy stayed, and it paid off for him. Justin Jefferson's twitch, his ball recognition, his play recognition. His play recognition is going to get better and better and better. He's going to turn into, like, even though DeMeco Ryans is a coach right now, I remember DeMeco Ryans as a player. As he ascended through the league, his IQ got even stronger, and it was strong while he was at Alabama. And so trust me when I tell you, this guy's high on DeMeco Ryans' a list of linebackers to go and grab. He's high. I'm telling you why. They know linebackers, the Houston Texans. There's a reason why that team ended up being like the number one defense in the league, because they got really, really good linebackers. And they know what to do with this kind of skill set. I'm hoping that Dennis Allen can tell, like, this guy's skill set translates to whatever. He could have been playing in the league last year. He's good. But you know who's getting all the attention, and he deserves it too? It's Deontay Lawson, the middle linebacker. And so this is one of those times, again, Trips, when I'm looking at a certain person and ended up on default falling into number 10. I'm like, oh, I need to watch him some more. And so the more and more I get into his film, Justin Jefferson has it all. Speed, coverage ability. He's even got hops. That 6'2" don't mean nothing, man. He can leap. I'll just say that. His game speed versus whatever he ran in the combine really don't matter to me. I can see it on the film.
38 and a half inches vertical.
Now does he got dog in him?
Oh, all kinds.
See, I didn't ask that about the previous Jackie.
All kinds of dog. They ain't coming up on here unless they got dog in them.
Okay.
They ain't gonna make my list.
It's funny, like
no man's kennel.
That's right.
You're getting guys who are like, they're going to be available. They are not your top tippy top guy, but they're smack in the middle. And the question is, do you have that dog in you? Are you fast enough? You know what I mean? Do you have those traits? And I think this is another one of those guys in Justin Jefferson. Justin Jefferson and Jacob Rodriguez line up very closely. I know there's a lot of talk about Jacob Rodriguez. I watched him in the combine. I've watched some of his tape as well. I think Jacob's awesome. And definitely, a little somebody that we might enjoy having on the team. But Justin would be a very close second. I got to check
that explosiveness, don't you, kid? Very explosive and fast.
Very explosive. I think my only slight take back is just his height. He's straight up 6 feet. I'd like him to be a little bit, have a little bit more length is all. That's my only. You know what I mean?
Might be accurate, but he's listed at 6'1",
6'1",
227. In which it really doesn't matter to me. You can't like when you turn on certain film, like say a guy lacks a couple of inches. So what? Does he have the agility to be able to get up and take balls out of the air, get his hands on balls? That's all coaches. That's all that really matters. Even if you're not the height that is preferable, 6'1" is fine. It's just fine. Can you make up for it with your athleticism? He's got it all in spades.
Yeah, like I say, I agree. I do lean towards a taller player in general. You know what I mean? Like that would be my, if I was drafting, that would be the thing that I'm kind of looking for. It's just length across the board. But you can make up for that length with instincts and speed. You're damn straight. So it really comes down to tape at that situation and who's left on the board.
Hey, Kez, do me a second, because my cat is, I don't know if she's out here fighting or whatever, but just talk about what you're looking at on tape. I'll be right back.
She better.
Yeah, no, kid's got motor. He's. I'm not gonna say he's super fast, but he ain't slow by any stretch of the imagination. He can get sideline to sideline. He's a heat-seeking missile as far as tackles are concerned. He will come at you and get some. He'll come get some pressure on the quarterback too. So again, very similar film to what you would see with Jacob Rodriguez. Very, very similar, these two guys in my personal opinion. Right down to speed and vertical, they both have the exact same numbers in that regard. Strangely, I might lean towards Jacob Rodriguez a little bit more because I believe Jacob is slightly taller. Let me just double check on it.
Well, it would be, I'm sure, refreshing for Dennis Allen to have some added speed at the linebacker position, and especially with the versatility of this kid, being able, to cover because of his, his speed as well, and because that. Your Styles, your Rodriguez, your Perkins are getting the majority of the picks of higher. He's going to be available, I would think.
You mentioned Perkins. Let me just take a quick look at Perkins if he's around here. He's not around here. Okay, cool. No problem. So like, Kyle Lewis is a fair amount ahead. I don't see Perkins in this list. Maybe he did not participate, but that's fine. Like the other upside is, end of the day, we're going to see just about all of these guys at their individual and respective pro days, as well as we get closer to the draft. So these aren't the end all be all numbers. These are just the. Oh, you're allowed to disagree with me, Minister Charge. What are you saying? But he's saying Jefferson is no Rodriguez, as talented as he may be. Okay, hey, fair. I personally, I'm leaning towards Rod. You're actually not disagreeing with me. I actually would lean towards Rodriguez as well. I'm just saying that if you can't get Rodriguez, you know what I'm saying? Like, he would be a close second. Measurables are very similar to what Rodriguez has.
I would say that
on a measurables perspective, not on a game tape perspective. I have to say Rodriguez game tape kind of speaks for itself.
I would say this about Rodriguez, and I like that cat
for sure.
The only problem I have with Jacob Rodriguez looking at his stuff is, and I don't know what he ran at the combine. I don't know and don't really care. I just that tape is going to tell me
both ran 4.57.
Okay. I don't see that on the field. I don't know what Jacob Rodriguez did to 4.57 is fast. I don't care what nobody thinks. Everybody
ain't nothing wrong with that for a linebacker. Ain't nothing wrong with no 4.57.
Shit, at all. Jacob Rodriguez is a stud football player, but I just didn't see it on film. I didn't see the speed. I seen the IQ is off the chart.
That's what counts, right? If you really know the position, that changes everything.
He ran a 4.5, huh?
Well, no, 4.57 for both of them. It wasn't 4.5 flat. 4.57 for both of them.
And I do think he's built in a certain kind of way. Like, he's got a thickness to him that I think
Rodriguez.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Yeah, he does. Yeah,
like his physical makeup. I think he's just going to turn into this ram. Like, he's going to get really big and then that's going to really decrease his speed.
Oh, you think it's going to decrease? Oh, I
Well,
see.
it looks like Mr. Jefferson here, he's still, got some filling out to do.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean?
Oh yeah.
He's gonna thicken up. He's gonna get in the weight room. He's gonna, eat professionally, even more so than they are now. And he's still maturing. And so while Rodriguez is a more thicker, let's call him a fire plug kind of guy.
He's more like Jack Sanborn versus somebody like this. He's more fleet. Justin Jefferson's more fleet. He's more of a mover than Jacob Rodriguez is. He's definitely an off the ball linebacker. Now, Jacob Rodriguez is more run stuffer, middle linebacker kind of guy. Sam linebacker kind of guy. Definitely has more thump. You're right about that, Minister Charles.
I don't know if he's got.
I don't know if he got more thump, but he's definitely built more.
No, he does. He does. Jefferson is much more svelte. Is probably the best word I can give you. Even at a bit of a lower stature, he's more svelte.
Well, but the thing is,
thick.
He's thick, but Jefferson is not missing tackles. He's not getting run over.
No.
He once he gets to the ball carrier quarterback, he's bringing him down, even with his more slighter build, let's call it, than Rodriguez.
He's lining you up, and he's going to lasso your ass and put you on the ground. He's going to finish that play. Justin Jefferson is a better player, probably all around than Deontay Lawson, because Deontay Lawson is tough. Like, he's like, to me, the second, third best linebacker in the draft. And I think Justin Jefferson's got more variety. I think you can use him in a lot of different ways. I think you can play him. You can drop him back and let him play safety. That's how the two linebackers I'm talking about, very similar, exact same size. But Justin Jefferson, I'm telling you guys right now, he's one of the underrated linebackers in this draft. And I'm telling you, you're going to probably end up with the goddoggone Houston Texans because D'Amico Ryans knows these dudes. And why they're tough defensively every single year is because he knows what to do with the Alabama linebacker. Let him eat. Let him eat.
Right on. Where we going next? What we got?
Another guy that I think is really, really good, and you're going to start hearing more and more about him as the draft comes up. Owen Heineke, linebacker. Another off-ball linebacker out of Oklahoma. Really, let's just say he's the best thing about Owen Heineke to me is he's a sure tackler. Sure tackler. Can cover space and really, he just really closes the gap really, really fast. So if the screen leaks out to the left, screen leaks out to the right, he's going to go right through the blocker. I mean, literally torpedo right through the blocker, and he's going to get his assignment done. Wrap him up, and if he doesn't make the tackle, he's going to send that player right to where he needs to be, where the help is coming. And so that might sound simple and like, what are you talking about, Nomad? That's important, because if his responsibility is outside in, he's got to handle the running back. If you can't make that play, you make sure you funnel that guy back to the inside so where the help is coming down the line can take care of their business. He makes the right play every single time. And that's attractive to really good defensive coordinators at linebacker. Taking care of your assignment, making sure your assignment sound, and you're not leaking. He's good, though. And I think he's got some speed to him. He's exactly 6'1". He's the same measurements as Justin Jefferson. 6'1". Now, this is the one I think might be under 6'1", but that's okay too, because he can make up for it with athleticism. 6'1", 227 pounds. Can move like light. He just really sticks out on tape. Speed, agility, quickness, and his discipline is probably the most attractive thing about this football player. He's very disciplined. Very, very disciplined. You looking at him, kids?
You know I am. Damn. Discipline is a great is like a great point to make. These kids got fire, you know. He's got fire. He's good in he can contain. He's good in coverage. You know, he's definitely athletic. No fear to bring a man down under any pretenses. Mad hustle. I'm watching a snap here. He just got blown up by a running back in pass pro. Got up, still made the sack. Right, like he's got hustle and motor at this linebacker position. I'm not going to sit here and say that he's explosive fast, but he's fast enough to get the job done for sure. They're saying
sidelines. He can move.
He can move sideline to sideline, but it's more instinct.
Yeah,
right. Like he knows where to be most of the time, but he'll chase down a running back, and I'm watching him do it as we speak. He will chase him back down and get the job done and get that tackle. So
you ever hear the old cliche of get your damn job done and trust your teammates?
Yeah.
He's perfect for that.
Yeah, that's that discipline you're talking about, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he's not gap integrity, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like gap integrity. He's not going to shoot it if he doesn't have to shoot it, but if he can shoot it and he knows he's got backup to shoot it, it's getting shot.
Hey kids, he's lightweight crazy. I've seen this guy get absolutely pummeled. I mean, pummeled to the ground and still get up and make a play on the ball.
This is what I'm talking about. Like this is what I was just watching. He got blown up. Right, and I'm talking about good, solid pass pro by a running back, ran right up into the gap, boom, cleaned him out. He just rolled over, got up, and still made the sack. And when I say made the sack, got back into the backfield and tackled the QB. You don't see that type of action all the time from a linebacker. Generally, you get blown up, play continues, ball gets thrown. Nope, not in this scenario. This kid kept on going. So he's got that hustle in him, that motor in him to keep hunting down that ball, whether it's thrown or whether it's on the ground. So I like him. I thought he was. I like Owen Heineke. He's a super solid prospect.
I've seen that guy on a pulling a couple of times on a pulling lineman, whether it was a guard or a tackle pulling from the other side to come his way, and he's got to fill in that lane. He's got to fit that run. So you got to face that. And you know, linebacker is a real thankless job sometimes. It is really thankless because you got to stay there in that lane and make sure you are present in that lane. Whether or not you make a play on the ball or not, it's important that you face that. You got to go. You can't duck that smoke. You got to go face that head on. He got absolutely pummeled a couple of times by a tackle or a guard. A couple of times I've seen it. And still get up off the ground and at least get his arm out and make a play on the ball.
He's hustling, man. He's got that extra, just that a little bit extra hustle that you don't see from every LB out there. Like I'm saying, sometimes you get blown up and taken out of a play, and that's the end of you in that, you know, with respect to that play. But I saw it a bunch of times here. He got right back up, brought himself back into the play, and made the play, which is kind of wild. That's pretty crazy to see.
And I'm a steal from the Detroit Lions right now. The best word I can put on Owen Heineke and his tape is grit.
Yeah.
That boy, he's coming, he's destructive to himself and others. That's the bad about it.
I agree fully.
Man, he's a football player, bro. You can't say nothing. I can't say nothing bad about this guy. Now, on the flip side of it, in coverage, he's got a lot of work to do. He can't cover. He can run with pretty much anybody, any running back that he needs to run with. His discipline with body control, maintaining in phase with the receiver, whether it's a running back or tight end or whatever it is he's covering. That discipline of staying in phase with the person, the receiver, and turning around and making a play on the ball. He's scared to turn around sometimes because he thinks he's going to get out of phase, and you got to trust yourself.
You're clearly a corner. You know what I mean? Like you're clearly a DB because you caught that for sure. You can kind of catch it now that you brought it up. You can see that in the film. He'll make a play on the player. You know what I'm saying? He'll make a play on the player, but the ball is a whole other story.
You got to get your head around, man, and that's not the easiest thing in the world when you've been trained to seek and destroy.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. That was almost exactly what my next comment was gonna be. So that's it. He's clearly he's a linebacker, y'all. You know what I mean? Owen Heineke's is a tried, true, and tested linebacker. I would not say he's a DB in any capacity. Yeah, he's solid in coverage, but he's gonna play the player, not the ball.
Yeah, he's got to get his head around, and that's something that's going to come with his ascendance in the game. He's going to learn that you ain't going to see the field a whole lot until you learn to get your head around and try to make a play on the ball and trust yourself. He doesn't trust himself enough, but that's going to come.
Yeah,
that's going to come. He's a good football player, man. I'd love to get this guy, man.
He is. I like just to double down here, and it's not necessarily on Owen Heineke. This linebacker class is actually really good, y'all. Like it sucks that we're potentially losing our middle linebacker, but this linebacker class is actually pretty good, and I could see a little bit of support coming directly out of this here draft. So, that's very positive things to say.
He's probably that's pretty much what Hippolyte was. He's very, very good around the box, and that's the line of scrimmage in the box area where all the football happens.
Yeah.
But when he has to get out and leak out on coverage and carry a running back, carry a tight end, or sometimes he get, the bad card, the bad short straw and gets a receiver, you got to hold it down. You got to hold it down. It might be a mix up in coverage, but you got to hold it down. And it doesn't help you if you're in phase with the receiver and you're running through that receiver while that ball is in the air. You're going to get a flag more times than not because you didn't turn your head around. That's what comes with the territory of coverage. You don't get your head around and you're constantly in phase with them and you're running them out of bounds and things like that. They're going to throw that flag on you 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
It's not that he made pass interference. He just didn't know that the ball was there. So that's the only drawback with Owen Heineke. But if that's the only drawback with Owen Heineke, which I see, that's not a problem. You can teach. That's what coaching is for. You teach and you give enough reps and enough muscle memory to a player like this, and you can see some turnaround fairly quickly with him.
Yeah.
So that's why they coach. Owen Heineke, check him out. 6'1" out of 6'1", 227 out of Oklahoma. Better than some people might have him ranked. He's going to be a really good football player, and whoever gets him is going to love him. Absolutely. All right. This next guy, I know y'all going to love. All you got to do is turn on this tape, kids, and you're going to see right away what I mean. Hezekiah Masses. He's 6 foot. He's 6'1", 185, a little slight framed. I played at this size. And so, yeah, all the tackling and the hitting, you do feel it for sure. But my Lord, is this guy a playmaker on the ball? Possibly you can train him as a boundary corner, but you're going to definitely cross-train him to get some slot reps. He can play slot. But in college, he's mainly a boundary corner. But this guy is a playmaker. You understand me? Probably had 5-6 interceptions on the season, and most of them coming from solo coverage. He's got great instincts. I mean, his instincts are probably the best out of the corners. I've talked about who I thought was the best man-to-man corner all around. I've talked about, I don't know, maybe the fastest corner, this or that. But this guy has got the best instincts of all the corners I've seen so far, and I've seen quite a few of them. Hezekiah Masses has got He's like Reddy Stewart on tape. Ball hawk. That ball comes his way as his in the air. He's coming down with it. Great hands, great instinctual, great football IQ. I mean, he's got it all. And I actually turned on the Senior Bowl for about a half, and he was out there, and he was that at the Senior Bowl. He was turning heads down there. Hezekiah Masters is a player. Where he will get drafted, I don't know, but I know he's going to be addition to somebody's team. And when he gets his opportunity, he is going to turn heads.
He's projected 4th.
Doesn't surprise me. What you seeing? He probably taking that ball away and being sticky in coverage.
I've seen a bunch of interceptions is what I'm seeing. I see a Reddy Stewart right away. Damn. He's got a way of sort of, we were just talking about Owen Heineke and how Owen Heineke is gonna play the player in coverage. He'll play the player too, but he's playing the ball. And when I say he's playing the ball, he's also playing the quarterback. He kind of plays it almost like a free safety. He's keeping his eyes on the QB to a certain degree and the player. And then he'll break, and you'll see him break on the ball. And he's breaking on the ball in many cases when he'll be covering his player and notice, because he's just got either instincts or an eye on that quarterback. Oh, snap, he's throwing it elsewhere. And he'll break on the ball knowing that it ain't going to his player. Next thing you know, ball's in his hands and he's on his way to the end zone. Hezekiah Masters.
His twitch is next level. When he knows the ball is in the air, he's got to close. At first, I started looking at his film, and the first, I don't know whether it was the game they were playing, and that was the plan for that game. Awful lot of zone. They're playing an awful lot of zone, so he's off the ball. Look in at the quarterback, looking at the route formations and all that kind of stuff, looking at everything, the setup. That's what zone will allow you to do. You get to look at the whole thing before you make decisions on where you want to jump or not. Then the game carried on, and they got into a little bit more man coverage. That's why I didn't turn the tape off. I was going to turn the tape off. I'm just like, oh, he's more of a zone coverage corner.
He seems to be more of a zone. How did you feel his man coverage was?
You had to keep watching the tape.
Yeah.
So 2-3 games into it, they start varying the coverages a little bit, and he's just as good in man coverage.
Damn. Okay.
He gives nothing.
Well, put it like this. I'm looking at NFL Draft Buzz, and they got the little sliding bars. And for his coverage is 83%. His man press is 87%.
What'd that tell you?
Oh, wow. Okay. That's surprising.
That's why when you look at these guys, you got to keep going. Like if you see something early on and you just like, oh, that's not really what we're looking for, don't give up yet, because coaches are gonna change things up, and you're gonna see different variations of what they bring to the table. He's got long ass arms. That's really, really helping him in a lot of situations. I've seen him in a cover 3. One time he was carrying a third. That's what a cover 3 is. So you got short area third of the field and deep area third of the field. And you got to play the underneath, and you got to play the stuff over top of you. And so he played it so well, playing in the middle of both of them, and set himself up. I mean, that's like, and Dennis Allen loves to play cover 3. When you see zone out of Dennis Allen, more times than not, it's going to be cover 3. And I've seen that guy play that shit so well, so many different times, even when he didn't come down with an interception. There was a few times when he came down with an interception. But Hezekiah Masters has got to be extremely attractive to Dennis Allen. Extremely. For just the variety of ways that he can really help you out there on the field. You need to cover space. when you need to cover space in zone coverages, but you need to lock up and make sure your guy's not available in man-to-man coverage. He checks the boxes. And as small as he is, he will support you in the run.
Now you got a question here, Bishop saying, Nomad, do you think he could be considered at free safety?
Maybe in another 10 pounds.
Yeah, that's the answer right there.
I wouldn't. I mean, his frame is just, it's like you wouldn't really want a Mack truck to face a Pinto, would you? Pinto ain't gonna stand too much of a chance.
Yeah, he's not safety build. The only consideration there is just his ability to play the ball and play the quarterback. Like, that's the only reasons why I'd even throw the words free and safety in the conversation with Hezekiah Matson. Like, he's got that instinct. Unfortunately, I don't really see him taking bodies down. Like, he's got some tackles out there. He's got some tackles, but
that boy is not shy, and he will do what he can do. He might have to be an ankle biter, but he's gonna get your ass on the ground.
Yeah, he'll bring you down, but he ain't no,
he ain't gonna pummel nobody at 185. I played that at that weight, and guess what? I laid some shots on some cats that didn't see me as a threat.
Well, let's see. I said his coverage and man ratings, but his zone is a 74, but his tackling 66, run defense 67.
I think they just they doing too much.
I don't know. I think those are probably pretty legitimate numbers. So I'll throw that.
I do think this, man. This is what I think about Hezekiah Matson. I think his skill set is tremendous. Number one, technically, he's so sound. It's like it's hard for me to tell you I've seen a more sound cornerback, whether it's a boundary or a nickel cornerback in this draft. It's more technically sound than him, more in tune with the game, more instinctual with the athleticism that he brings to the table. It's like he's a total package. The only problem is he's 185. And that comes up to be where I think he could end up being somebody's nickel cornerback. I think that's where he's going to land.
How much does Spidey weigh, Kyler Gordon?
Kyler's almost like 200 pounds. He's like 200.
Yeah. So
he beefed up. He beefed up, and that's the if there's the scouts looking at him are going to say we got to put him in the weight room.
I wouldn't think he's a nickel.
He's going to be a nickel.
Why do you think he's a nickel?
His instincts. They're going to want to put him around the ball. When you got instincts like that, and you got the FBI, that football intelligence, they want to put you closer to the line of scrimmage and let you use your mind. Like, all right, say for instance, like I see a little bit of myself there. Like and I'm not trying to brag on myself, kids, don't get me wrong. I'm telling you that my ability to process information really, really fast is second to none. And on the football field, like I've seen this guy line up, let's just say he's out there one-on-one. It's a man coverage call. It's a receiver coming out wide right. And the receiver comes out there, and he gets out there to the boundary, and you're there covering him. And he takes a couple of steps to the inside. What that tells a person like me that not only watches film and studies this shit, I'm just paying attention to tendencies. I'm going to watch him do that, number one. I'm going to look inside and see how that line is split. If that line is tight, I mean the splits between the guard, the center, tackle, if they got a tight split, I know they're getting ready to fan out for a pass protection. If they're lined out wide, they're getting ready to run block. If they got a little space in between them, kids, you following me so far?
Yeah, you keep going.
Some of the tells. Then one of the other little things, somebody hit me to this probably midway through my freshman year. If you see that quarterback at the last second, look out to your side where that receiver is out there. Let's just say they had a 3 receiver set on one side, and over there where you are, there's a one receiver set. Now we know those plays that come out of that on film. We know what comes out of that. He wants a go route. He wants some kind of in breaking route, but it's a one-on-one. He wants to test that one-on-one over there. You got to know that. I can tell he processes the game like that. And you're like pretty much 50, 60, 70 something percent beyond any other cornerback if you can do that fast. This happens in seconds. If you can process it that fast and know what to do with these setups and these forms, especially when you've seen him. What do you think if a guy goes out wide and you're covering him, kids, and then all of a sudden he lines up, trims in a little bit? What do you think he's trying to do?
If he trims in, he might be going up for a post out, maybe.
No, he's creating space for himself on some kind of outbreaking route, or he wants a rail shot on the sideline. So that's a go route.
Okay.
He's creating space. That's why he's lining up, giving him an inside leverage so he can work that outside area.
So he can break back to the
outside. If he's more outside, if he's closer to the sidelines, then he wants something more on the inside.
He wants to break to the inside. I'm with you. I follow. Here's why I'm asking you all together. It's just, so 4.46 ain't the fastest human being out there. He's a good speed, but these slots are fast nowadays, man. Super.
Hold on. You think 4.46 ain't fast?
No, that's not. I just said it is fast, but it isn't necessarily as fast as the slot receivers in the NFL.
4.3, 4.2.
You know what I mean? 4.3, 4.2 ish. You know what I mean? Like that's what some of these guys are running, and we saw a lot of Christian Watson. We're gonna run up against him all the time. They have him in the slot very frequently. They also have Bo Melton in the slot, just because those guys are running 4.2 ish, 4.3 ish. That requires a lot of twitch to manage from a slot perspective, and this is why Kyler Gordon is the guy. I just wonder how he would hold up in that type of situation against receivers of that ilk. You know what I mean?
The biggest thing for Hezekiah Massis at 185, if he's playing slot, it's about the physicality in the first place. Can you hold up to the physical nature of playing around the line of scrimmage?
Yep, that's
number
question.
one.
Yeah.
His ability to cover, his quickness, his agility, his switch is there in spades. I'm not worried about him in coverage. It's about, can your body hold up to 17 plus games of putting a whooping on you? That's the only question you might have as a scout watching this, is how soon can we put some weight on him, and how well will he be able to tolerate the rigors of 17 plus game season?
Yeah, personally,
drawback.
I think I would still want him on the outside. Is just my thoughts there.
He's especially
on the Bears. Like ain't nobody moving Kyler off of his spot. But I think I like what I saw with him on the outside is very instinctual, right? And I think you kind of nailed that in your comments as well. A lot of instinct in this player, and he tends to kind of keep his head on a swivel, ball player quarterback. And once the ball's in the air, he might make a break with it.
Hey, I don't care what he runs in the 40. I see the speed in the game. Nobody's running past this cat. Nobody. No matter what he times, nobody's running past this dude. I ain't seen one yet. And if somebody gets away from him, creates a little separation, and he loses on the route, his closing speed is top tier. He's still going to make a play on the ball. Those long limbs he's got, close that ball, close that space, and boom, he's on that shit. He's good, man. Hezekiah Massis is really good. I'm just telling y'all right now. He's really good. And he's going to end up on somebody's team, and about 6 months from now, we're going to be like, damn, who knew about this cat? Just remember, the Nomad Network fucking told you. Like we do every single year.
Ain't that the truth? Where are we going next, my friend?
One more guy, man. One more guy. And this I had to save him for last because
Send it.
you'll see when I do it. This is Malachi Lawrence, edge rusher, 6'4", 250 pounds. Now, let me just say this right off the top. I hesitated to do this because, I heard Dennis Allen say, talking about Austin Booker, who's similar in stature. Only he's 6'6", 250. Malachi Lawrence, and he called Austin Booker a little bit underweight. He just said that. He said he's a little underweight, and I took note of that, and I watched that throughout the year. But I saw Austin Booker really, really turn heads towards the end of this season. And why I'm going to say what I'm about to say about Malachi Lawrence, every now and again you get a football player that's, forget all that. If he's 250 pounds, he's somewhere in the neighborhood of not the right fit, but okay, he's 250. Fuck it. This dude is looking, it's almost like I was looking at Micah Parsons at Penn State. I remember what Micah Parsons looked like at Penn State. Just a wrecker, all over the place, chasing everything down. I saw a game, and I watched this entire game against Kansas State. I saw this dude protect the edge, and the quarterback, it must have been really good coverage on the back end with the secondary, and the quarterback really had nowhere to throw the ball. And so Malachi Lawrence is running this quarterback down, closing the space on him so he can make the sack. And the quarterback outmaneuvered him, and ended up running up the sidelines, and it looked like no chance in hell that Malachi Lawrence can close and make a play on this ball. This mother MF ran it down. Closed the space, ran him down. I mean, you have to see this play to know what I'm talking about.
I'm literally watching the play as you're talking.
Are you really?
I'm actually watching Kansas State.
Yeah.
I just watched the play, and what's cool about it, just to get deep into the play is they line up a chip, so he gets chipped, and he just keeps going through the chip. The quarterback rolls out, and the quarterback's kind of mobile. He kind of shooks and he dives, and like Malachi kind of fights his way through the shook and the dive and tries to get to the quarterback. Quarterback still rolls out, and it's just hustle now. Now it's just hustle, right? So he's chasing this guy down to the sideline, and he still gets him before he gets out of bounds, gets the sack. Potentially the ball may have popped out too. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, he got that dog in him. That's for damn sure.
Dog,
exactly what play you're talking about. I'm literally just watching.
I can't. It sticks in my head watching that, and it's just like, yo, no man, it's one play. No, dog, that's symptomatic of somebody who's got straight up terrier in him. And what I mean by terrier, those dogs never quit, ever. They will unalive themselves with effort. This guy, Malachi Lawrence, you can do anything with him. He's going to make your defense so multiple. Seen him drop back into coverage and cover space. Really, he is so fast. And he doesn't give up anything in run support. He's going to get stronger. He's going to get stronger and bigger. But in the meantime, this guy is totally supportive in the run game. He can hold an edge. Now, I'm talking about the speed. It's blinding. It's blinding. I mean, absolute. Like, when you see Micah Parsons play, you got to pay attention to wherever he is on the field, because he's going to show up, isn't he? Going to show up every single time. Malachi Lawrence has got those traits, every bit of it. And he's longer than Micah Parsons. He's got longer arms. He's just a taller individual. This guy is going to be a problem. That speed, those quicks, that agility is it makes him. I don't know why more people aren't talking about him out of Central Florida, University of Central Florida. Is Ked, you still there?
Oh, I'm here.
You got froze for a minute.
No, I ain't froze. I'm just literally frozen by this film I'm watching here. I see everything you're saying. I see some like you said Austin Booker, and I'm like, damn, I can see the Austin Booker in him, right? Like
he's way more agile than Austin. And Austin,
well, I don't know if I would say that. Like
I promise you, he is.
He might be more agile. Like he might even be faster as well. I think Austin probably has a larger. He probably has more tools in the bag than Malachi, but that doesn't necessarily, like when it comes to motor, like they both have crazy motor. And as you're saying, I think he might be a little bit faster. Mad hustle. Get some tackles. That's like in the run game I'm talking about. He has a way of sort of getting back into the play.
I'll tell you the difference between him and Austin, and it ain't a lot of difference, but I'll tell you the subtle differences. Do you know, like this is going to sound weird, but I'm going to say it, and I know you guys will get it when I say it the way I'm going to say it. Like a long strider can be really fast, can he? Even though he takes long strides, right?
Mm-hmm, yeah.
But the shorter strider, the guy with the quicks to it, has a little bit more burst, doesn't he? So that really, the guy that takes the shorter steps is probably going to jump out to an early lead. Let's just say they were racing each other, a shorter strider guy against a longer strider guy. But if the longer stride guy is faster, he's going to catch up and close that space and then win. That's the difference between Malachi Lawrence and Austin Booker. This guy's got a quicker burst and shorter strides. Austin Booker has got long strides. If you watch him on tape, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about. Austin Booker gets it done, but he closes a little bit slower than
I'm
a guy
gonna agree.
with shorter burst.
I don't know about the stride comment, but I'd have to watch more of both of these guys to make that comment. The one thing that has jumped out to me right away though is this guy's got crazy bend.
Oh yeah,
right. And I don't see a lot of bend with Austin, and it has a lot to do with, again, his bag of tricks. He's trying to, he's trying to long arm stab you and then swim or do a spin. He's doing all levels of different moves off of that long arm stab. It's super cool to watch. This guy ain't doing that. As opposed to long arm stab, he will duck under. He'll ghost. You know what I mean? He'll ghost rush you, which is a whole other thing.
Austin ain't quick enough to do that.
I don't know if he ain't quick enough. He just I've never seen him do it. You know what I mean? It ain't in his bag of tricks. As far as Malachi is concerned, he will do it. And what's cool about it is if you can properly execute a ghost rush, it's a holding call. You know what I mean? Like if you're either getting to the quarterback or it's a holding call. It's one or the other. You're getting underneath that tackle to a degree that he's got to put his hands around you to stop you from getting that sack. It's almost
okay. Let me speak to Dwayne. Dwayne, I'm not saying Booker is quick.
He is
quick. What I'm saying, okay, so this will probably best describe what I'm trying to say. So the quickness Booker gets off the line, let's just say he wins off the line of scrimmage and gets a free rush to the passer. The speed that it takes for Austin Booker to get there with those long strides, I'm just trying to tell you, Malachi Lawrence picks him up and puts him down a little bit faster than Austin Booker. And that's what makes him extremely dangerous. Like, anybody having to block this cat, having to do a speed rush, I've seen him just totally, he can, oh my God, he's a dangerous piece. He's just got more of that going on, and he's 0 to 10 probably a step faster than Austin Booker. Not to say that Austin Booker isn't fast and isn't quick, he is, but this guy's a step faster than that.
I'm just gonna say it again. I think it's the tricks in the bag that's different, and that ghost, like, if you just sort of think about it for a second, if you're long arm stabbing somebody, you're generally pushing them back, which requires a couple of steps to get around that man. Whether you're going over him, you're going under him, you're spinning around him, it'll take a couple more steps. This guy ain't really doing that. He's going under you with speed. And if you can get low and get, like, the guys that I've seen execute this move with precision, there's really two guys that I would lean on to talk about that ghost rush move. The first one is our own Robert Quinn. Robert Quinn could ghost rush a mother like you wouldn't believe. He gets, like, there's times where you see Robert Quinn like 40 degrees from the ground coming around a tackle, and he's just getting around and nothing you can do. Same thing with Von Miller. Those are the two guys that I've seen execute this move with this type of effectiveness. And yeah, man, because of that, you don't require those 2 extra steps to get around the tackle. You're coming around the tackle because he can't put his hands on you. It's a really cool move. Not everybody can do it. Those of you who can do it, you can get some sacks, y'all.
Last thing I would say, just to add to that bend part, that was one of the last things that one of the last boxes I had to check is definitely there in spades. I've seen him put body parts on the ground, and then I'm talking about bending and trying to bend towards that quarterback, put his body parts. When you see a player put body parts on the ground, in that block, that he's getting blocked, and he puts body parts on the ground, whether it's a hand, whether it's a leg, whatever it is, and still rise up and have the strength through that block to get up and close on that quarterback. I don't know if everybody understands what I'm talking about while I'm saying it, but this is Micah Parsons type shit. This is what Micah does. I know y'all hate the comparisons.
I wouldn't make I wouldn't make the comparison. I wouldn't
Micah Parsons when he was in college.
I would
different.
I wouldn't make the Micah comparison, but I know what you're saying.
You wouldn't, but I can.
But that's cool. That's cool. You know what I mean? I'm just saying I wouldn't do it. That
Nick Bonito, Denver.
I can do that.
Would that be a comparison?
I haven't watched enough Nick Bonito to say.
It's a good comparison, but he's longer than Nick Bonito.
Yeah.
His intangibles, he's probably got,
and that's what helps this
35-inch arms or some shit. He's long.
That's what helps this ghost rush situation. Like long arm stab, he could probably pull it off super well too.
You won't even see that on tape very much.
You don't. This is my point. You don't.
Wait till he learns that shit.
When Minister Charles is saying that Booker runs a 4.79, Lawrence is a 4.52.
I didn't even know that.
Okay, so that makes things make a lot of sense. So he's a fair amount faster than Booker in that regard. But your little description of putting the body parts on the ground,
bending that corner.
Like, how do I explain this further? It's like
Gumby.
No. It's that's not the description I'm trying to get to. But when you get if you're at 45 degrees like Robert Quinn, and then you put the hand on the ground, you're using that hand like almost a push up into
leverage. It's leverage
for leverage into the sack. So he'll like lunge out underneath that tackle, coming around the corner with the bend.
So as he's doing his ghost move, whatever's touching the ground, he's launching.
He's launching himself off that arm, bro. That's exactly what he's doing. So it is, and you see that on the tape. Again, Robert Quinn used to do it all the time. He's a great example of this particular move, and so is Von Miller. Like just the way that they execute that ghost rush, and at 6'6", it's crazy to think that this man he's getting that low. Like you got to get low.
Get low.
Get low. Get low. You know what I'm saying? He's got to get low to get that done. And it's crazy to think that, again, at 6'6", you're going to get that level of low underneath a tackle to come around the edge. So,
you know what's dangerous about him, Trips? Like, you can have the most perfect set as an offensive lineman, as a tackle. You can have the most perfect set. You hand placement was right. Your feet were right. Your kickouts were real quick and sharp. And his athleticism is so good that he can still whoop your ass.
Yeah.
Because of what kids just got through describing on that bend. And when he's ready to finish that pass rush and get after that quarterback, get around that offensive lineman and use a body part for leverage to finish in a launch at that quarterback, that's different than pretty much most players in this draft. Almost all of them. It's a rare trait that not everybody can do. Your ankles have to be really good. Your agility has to be really, really good, and your strength, because you're on the ground, but now you got to be strong enough to propel yourself forward to finish that play.
Yeah, man.
He's a projected 5th rounder. So, we'll see if his his acumen is where he leaves him, because of the names that we always have heard, thus far about the edges coming out. Malachi Lawrence hasn't been one of them. You know what I mean? As one of the top guys. But with the traits that you describe, he can, well, not can be, but it sounds like as a prospect, he could be a difference maker with those traits.
What I really love, before we get out of here, what I really love about him is, and it's just my mind, and because I see defense and I see how defenses are set up and how you can use certain players as trump cards, whether it's a nickel corner, whether it's a safety, whether it's a linebacker, even an edge rusher. All those guys particularly can be used as trump pieces. I'm talking about, you got face cards here. This guy can do pretty much anything. They start working with this cat and start using him in a variety of different ways. He gets into the Bears camp, he's going to light that MF on fire. Just because his ability is just second to none in this draft. It's just not very many guys that can do what Malachi Lawrence can do. And if you're a rigid coach and you got a rigid system and you just got to have it this way, this is our first year with Dennis Allen. I almost didn't really get into the film with this guy because he's 250. But something just told me, just go ahead and do the work and see what comes of it. And what I came out with is, I know these scouts and these defensive coordinators are looking at this guy as a joker. You can line him up anywhere, like you do Micah Parsons. You can line him up in the middle like a linebacker and have him rush the passer that way. You can line him up on the edge and have him rush the passer that way. There's just so many different things you can do with a kid like this. And so that's what you should have in mind when you go to look at this Malachi Lawrence tape. Just think about what they do with Micah Parsons and the different ways they apply him to attack the offense. That's what you got to think about when you see Malachi Lawrence. Think about it that way.
Yeah, Bishop, I don't see him playing both sides. I think he's only on the one side.
No, he's definitely not a D tackle.
Yeah.
Definitely not a D tackle, but you can freak around with him as a slash linebacker. Like they do Micah Parsons that played in the 4-3 that way.
Yeah, they
know got to get creative.
In those sets, you could line up an Austin Booker, Montez Sweat, and throw him back in like Sam, and just have him beeline a quarterback. Something like that.
This is Malachi Lawrence out of UCF, University of Central Florida. 6'4", 6'5", somewhere in that neighborhood, about 250 pounds. Man, this cat is electric. I mean, stick wet finger into a socket electric. He's gonna light it up on film. I'm just telling you guys right now. This is probably one of the best athletes in this draft, not just bar none, but man, he can be a piece for anybody that drafts this kid that really knows defenses, that can really apply a player of his caliber. You got you something. Just telling you. But all right, I'll tell you what, fellas, you guys want to I'll tell you what, let's not do the entire offseason. Let's just do a mock draft. How about that? If y'all want to. It's up to y'all.
Yeah. You want to fire it up, kids?
I can do that.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Fire it up. Fire it up. Fire it up.
I can do that. Let's get rid of some of this.
So yeah, we don't have to go through all the cap fixing and the free agency and the trades. We're gonna get right to the nitty-gritty because it's the combine weekend. We're gonna add a few names maybe to Nomad's kennel, the big board, if you will. And then we're gonna run through it and see what we can see. But it's like, man, what do you do at 25? Because now we've heard Ryan Poles say that he is amenable to trading back, kids.
Word?
Yeah, he said that as well.
Oh, I didn't hear that. I missed that.
Yeah, that 25 is on the table, as they say, as well as the players mentioned before. So, he could be looking to trade back into that second round and accumulate either future capital or, this year's mid-round capital. So, what are we gonna do?
These are very good questions. Let's get this show on the road.
Right on, Pete. Right on.
So here we go.
All right, now, the Bears.
What you want to do here, man? You wait till this guy gets back, or what?
No, we can get it loaded up, and then when he gets back. Because now go to start, and now since we're here, go to the stars and see if it's saved in there for you. No, to the up top where it says search players.
Yeah. I don't have to go that far. It did. It seems to have saved.
All right, cool. All right, kids, just blow it up. We don't need to be on the screen. Just watch so everybody can see everything that's going on.
Okay.
We don't need to be here.
And it looks like it did save, so stick to the model. As we went through when I did the mock last week, it saved all of the players that we've had in there thus far. So now when we go to the just real quick go through individual rooms, and kids can slowly scroll down. Nomad, our head scout, can add or subtract any players, starred players, and they're going to save for future drafts. All right, so start with or start, wherever you want to start, but let's get it.
I'm just going through quickly, so
all right, so go through slowly, and Nomad, add or subtract anybody you see.
No, okay. I just got in here, man. What are we talking about? Because and by the way, Mikey, you were just a little bit late. They were Triple R did bring up that Dominic Ponder passed away in that accident. He did speak on that early, right before you got here. But all right, what we doing, man?
All right, now in the stick to the model draft here, mock draft, the players that we starred before previously, when I did it, are still saved.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna save a lot of time going through. But my suggestion now is go through each individual room and add any players that you want to add to your Nomad's kennel. I'm gonna make that a thing.
No, we don't need to do it. We don't need to do that.
I mean, but it meant when you draft, it just goes through. Now you can just look to your stars.
I don't need it.
Well, but it's the draft board. So I mean, once you set it up, it's set up.
Yeah, it's just more time, I guess.
Well, all right, whatever. Go ahead, kid.
I ain't worried about it, but I like the feature. Moving forward, we probably have to do something like that, but
no, we'll do it the other way around. We'll go through the draft as it is. Those who are selected, I will I will add as stars. Cool. So that next time around we have them captured as stars as well. So that way
I appreciate the feature. That's a nice feature though.
Well, but just like the guys we covered today, I don't think they were starred from before.
Oh, okay. If you want to go through some,
that's what I mean.
If you want to go through some guys that we been discussing here, kids, that's cool.
That's actually a good idea, Trip. So who did we talk about today? Mr. Lawrence isn't on the list.
See, we're adding him.
We talked about
linebackers, cornerback.
Who was the corner we talked about most recently?
Talked about Will Lee the third, and we just talked about Hezekiah.
We can add Will Lee. Hezekiah Mass is already on the list. Marcus Allen as well.
There's a lot of dudes.
We had Marcus Allen on there too. Wow, Marcus Allen's real far back. Linebackers, we had a bunch of linebackers now.
Jefferson was right there.
So Perkins, you said Jefferson, you saw him?
Yeah, it was.
There he is. There's Jefferson. We have
Heineke.
Tell me if you see him. Just checking the list here.
Okay. No, Heineke's farther down. There he is.
Oh, there he is.
What about did y'all get Jackie Marshall?
Jackie. Not yet.
Jackie Marshall's a linebacker as well.
Defensive
no. We didn't do Red Murdoch. Get Red Murdoch and Wade Woodass. You just passed Wade Woodass.
Wade Woodass, and you said Red.
He might not even show up in there.
Just gonna.
My office hours are.
Okay, and cool.
No, the defensive line that you just mentioned.
Yes, indeed. So,
Mesidor.
Oh, definitely. Dante Corleone. We got oopsie daisy.
Get him.
Had Dante on the show.
Tim Keenan right under him.
Yeah.
And Tyrese Sapp and Zane Durant.
Well, the rest of these guys got stars beside them. So DeMonte Capehart. Did we do DeMonte yet?
We didn't do him yet, but put a star by him.
Yeah, I like DeMonte Capehart.
Albert Regis.
Chris McClellan.
All them guys.
Oh, you said Regis. Okay, Regis is got. Did we didn't do any of these guys. I like
Proctor. Just getting started. We ain't really done a whole lot of Caleb
Proctor. I know. So I like Caleb Proctor and Bryson Easton. They're both somewhat decent. I'm looking for your guy now. Who are you just talking about? Oh, Jackie Marshall. There he is. Come on now.
I love the sleepers, man. I can do the whole draft.
Maybe there's a limit.
Y'all know that, no maniacs.
You know what I mean, Kez? Maybe there's a limit.
You might be right because it's.
You might have to go up there and unstar like Bryson Easton type guys.
Okay, let me try that. Let me just unstar Bryson and see what happens.
Might have to do two of them guys. Or DeMonte Capehart.
We're gonna unstar Bryson Easton. Are you sure? Oh no, it's not.
It's too late. Don't worry about it, man.
They don't want me to touch anything else. So I think we got what we need. Minus. Oh, okay. I got Jackie now. Okay. So we did safety last time around. We haven't touched on any new safeties.
AJ Halsey.
90% sure we got Halsey on this.
I bet we don't.
You don't think so?
With Jalen Kilgore on there?
Yeah.
Jalen Kilgore is a Key Wheatley.
Zakie Wheatley's there. Keontae Scott, Genesis, Kamari.
You just passed.
We don't have Dylan Thenia and AJ Halsey. There we go. Okay.
Don't worry about that either. We got this, man. We don't need it. We got it.
All right. We're going to start this puppy off. And we're selecting at pick number 25. We'll see what's left over and ready to go. Boom.
How about this? Let's try a trade up.
Too late now. I just started. You should have said that 20 seconds before.
Oh, damn. Monroe Freeling's on the board, though.
So we got Caden McDonald, Cassius Howe. Cassius Howe's nice too. CJ Allen, Colton Hood. Let's look at these trades that are available.
I think you got to take that left tackle, though.
Oh, man.
I mean, what do you think, No Maniacs? If let's say that left tackle Freeling's on the board at 25, do you trade back? Do you select him or do you take somebody else?
Well, Trips, number one, you suck.
Why does he suck?
Yes, he does.
What?
You gonna take a lineman in your first pick?
A left tackle?
Offensive lineman. When
Left tackle.
Not with your first pick.
See, okay. So like, I fully actually agree with what you're saying.
We got to get a lineman at some point, but the first pick.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Well, you want one to be able to, come in and start, or do you want one that's more of a project to develop?
You get him later. There's some guys.
Mm-hmm.
So as we're talking here, here are the available trades. I think these trades suck. Everything is a general trade back for future capital, not giving us an additional pick in this draft, which is what I would be looking for with regards to trades. So with that being said, let me know if any of these things look nice to you. If you want to actually do them, I suggest we don't. Pick number 45 from Baltimore and a future. Pick number 33 from the Jets and a future.
What's the future? Just click on it.
Yeah.
There you go.
Future second rounder for pick number 32, future second rounder for pick number 35. So yeah, we'll get a selection next year, but it doesn't help you this year. If any of those are of interest.
Nice. So who do you take that's on the board if no trade?
Look at what Ryan is saying in the chat real quick.
What is it saying?
Trash. You can counter with a trade, including a pick this year. Yeah, we could do that if you really want to trade out. He's right. I can create a trade.
Well, I'm not going to tell y'all what to do. I'm going to give suggestions if you ask.
Let me go back to the players. Do any of these players interest you guys?
Top is Caden McDonald. You almost got to take that.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got to take that. He shouldn't really be honest with you. He shouldn't be there. He's probably the best all-around D tackle in the draft. Definitely the best run stuffer. It's going your run defense is going to go up 50% by his mere presence.
This is the question that I'm about to ask. So who's GMing? Are you GMing?
No.
I'm
just here for advice.
You're here for advice. Trip?
Well, you got everybody's torn. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, we don't have anybody starred up there because we didn't start anybody that high. But you get look at the needs. You want to stop the run or you want to solidify the offensive line?
So I'm in for a penny and a pound on the defensive line right now. I would not be looking at clearly left tackle for the offensive line, but I wouldn't be looking at it.
Well, look at offensive tackle on the room there. Like, look at who we got starred. Who we got?
So we're looking at Caleb Tiernan, a fair ways back, 66. Isaiah World, 85. Jennings Dunker, who looked actually real good today. I don't know if y'all saw him.
Is that to do with the mullet?
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So Jennings, Dunker look good. These are three potential guys on the left-hand side that we could potentially score. The rest of them are a fair amounts further back. I don't argue with any of this starring. I'm just going to be real because I don't think you get an offensive.
How about this, man? If we're gonna stay true to, if we stay at 25, like Ryan Poles is saying, it's more and more likely they're gonna take the best player available, right? So let's just stay there.
So Caden McDonald.
In my opinion, yeah. Because I think the next best guy on this board is Dylan Thieneman, and you can get him a little later on, according to this board.
Thieneman's a fair amount further back, as is Mesidor, which is like our next
one of those three guys: Mesidor, Thieneman, and Caden McDonald.
Well, like, what is that? Scottish Bear is saying Monroe Freeland fills the left tackle need and a premium position. Ozzy's out for most of the year, if not all, and can never have enough offensive line. Dwayne is saying take Banks.
Oh, six. So the offensive line, I'm just going to assume they did something to check that box in free agency.
I'll be frank. I like Banks much more than if you were to compare Banks and McDonald. Who do you like better?
McDonald.
Really? Okay. All right.
Caleb Banks is just like getting Gervon.
Okay. All right. We're gonna do Caden McDonald here. Personally, I didn't like what I saw, but I need to go and watch film on Caden McDonald because I didn't like what I saw this weekend at all.
You got Gervon. Why you need Caleb Banks?
Well, but Javon's on a trade block, remember?
Well, he ain't traded yet.
Well, but
you
put a player on the block that doesn't bode well for his
where's our worst Achilles heel on the defensive front? Stopping the run, isn't it?
Yeah. I would agree with that. That is an important aspect of the defensive line that we need to address. Now, I just don't like he's going to stop the run. He's not, you know what I mean? He's not going to get to the passer if that was at all a question. So
he can.
Yeah.
He can. It's just what are you drafting him primarily to do? Show up the run. That's our biggest weakness on the defense. If we can't stop the run, no defensive coordinator is very effective.
And likely we are gonna likely move away from Big Bill as well. So this kind of fits that mold. So all right, we're gonna go Caden McDonald. Done.
Good thing to do. Akeem Mesidor is gone.
Yeah.
Thieneman just went.
Yeah.
That was the gamble you taking.
That was the gamble. This is why you kind of want to, in my opinion, you want to trade back. We got a shitty offer here with respect to a trade. So much for that. That could be the way things fall on draft day. So
in my opinion, you take the next best safety available.
I think you go with an edge, but
who's the edge?
That's a question too. We don't have there ain't no edges. Edges are all gone. Jacob Rodriguez is gone. Just to look at some stuff. Zion Young's gone.
Well, just look at the edges.
Mason Thomas is gone. I think you might be right though. Just given best player available, Romello Height is a ways back.
Malachi Lawrence is there.
Lawrence is there, but we got a couple of picks, I think, before we get to where he is around.
I think you take
any interesting trades, all future picks, nothing interesting here.
I think he's gone, Patrick.
Who's he asking for? Oklahoma edge?
About, I forget his name. He's got three names. Yeah, he's got 3 names. Number 32 out of Oklahoma. I can't think of the cat's name. He's gone already. Trust me. He's already gone.
Just whipping through looking for Oklahoma edges, and I don't see him there. So there is that. So we've got a defensive lineman thus far.
Kamari Ramsey is the best safety, I think, there right now. But
we also need a linebacker. What about Galladay?
He's okay.
He's an OLB though.
I don't think they'll draft a linebacker this high unless it's somebody that they can't.
It's just that he's the top player in the list. I kind of agree with you there as well. I think you're right with regards to the safety.
I think we got to operate in the vein that we made a few moves and operate that way.
Okay.
And did we get an edge? Probably in the free agent period. Did we get a 3-tech in the free agent period? Probably.
So if we're looking at safety here, best player available is Kamari Ramsey by list.
But Dwayne saying the LSU dude, Halsey.
That's where I'm going. But Halsey is also here. He's not super far. It's not much of a reach for Halsey. What are your thoughts?
Take Halsey.
Halsey over Ramsey.
Mm-hmm. If you're going to do a safety.
Well. Halsey's what? 63. Fuck it. I will just take Halsey. Boom. AJ Halsey at 57. Safety. Chicago Bears picking at selection number 89. Running back Aaron Johnson.
You can really double up. Bud Clark is there.
Oh, I wouldn't do that now.
Shit.
You know they signed.
We only got one. We got one safety under contract.
Yeah. They're gonna they're signing Byard. You know they'll have Byard. Byard will be there. This isn't a crazy trade. These aren't bad.
Yeah.
I think I would take this trade actually.
They're gonna
go back 4 spots. We get an extra selection.
They want Bud Clark. Everybody wants Bud Clark.
Well, we just got our safety, so let's give him Bud Clark. We'll take this trade. Well, they didn't want Bud. They wanted a running back, but there go Bud Clark either way. Selection 93, Grayson Halton.
There's your 3-tech.
There's a 3-tech. Any objections, Trip?
No, I'm good.
I think
like Dwayne is saying, for the left tackle, look for the dude from Boston College. Because you know why.
Did we miss World? Oh, we missed Isaiah World. Damn it.
As soon as Ryan Poles heard Boston College, he was sold.
Before you jump on Grayson Halton, let's look at the corners.
Devin Moore?
He's tough. Really tough.
Go ahead and star him, though, kids.
Devin Moore?
Well, not draft, but star. Yeah, right.
Tough.
There you go.
Will Lee's right there. Oh, Trayden Stukes. Whew. Those are dudes we're going to be talking about soon.
So I just want to check my picks.
Grayson Halton is probably I think you double up that D tackle because it's just rich right now at that spot.
And he's a 3. He could potentially play on the edge too. I like Grayson Halton. I think he's given he's the top selection available right now, I think he's the best selection for us to take. So let's run with Grayson Halton. We're up a pick. There goes Malachi Lawrence a minute ago. Mike Wash. No! Really hoping for Mike Washington.
Oh, God. I forgot Zane Durant was there. Holy shit! You kidding me? But we in linebacker territory, in my opinion.
I kind of agree, or even that. Back to the OT.
I think.
Who's from Boston College? Jude Bowery. That's who you're talking about, Trip.
Yeah, that's him. Boston
He's a
College.
ways to go. We can probably grab Jude Bowery with our next selection. So let's look at linebackers.
Wait, what picks are left?
So we traded. So we're at pick number 129 now. We grabbed 163, and we have 167 coming up. A couple more selections here in gate 2. What do I do here?
Linebacker. Let's look at him.
So top linebacker, Landon Barton, we've starred. Red Murdoch's a fair ways back. And that's about it for linebackers for us. Oh, Justin Jefferson.
Go back up. And slow down a little bit, kids, will you? Those top 2 guys, well, Landon Barton and Bryce Bocher. I think that's how you say his name. They're tough. They're tough. And kind of you can do kind of anything with them. You can off ball, I wouldn't do so much, but you can play them off ball. But both of them are middle linebackers, in my opinion.
Oh shit! 6'5", 236, 4'5". That sounds great to me for a middle linebacker, Landon Barton.
And he's real heady. It's if you go linebacker, it's Barton for me.
Okay. Just gonna take a quick peek at something weird here and see if there are a couple of wide receivers that we start.
J.C. Davis at left tackle. Patrick's talking about Fisher. I think it's another.
J.C. Davis is right there. Trey Zune as well.
I like Trey Zune.
Me too.
I like, but maybe because it's more recent to me, the offensive lineman out of Boston College. I just can't think of his name right now.
Yeah, that's kind of I'd like to.
Mary, I think is his last name.
Jude Bowery.
He's nice.
So that's kind of who I'm aiming at.
I wouldn't draft him now, though.
No, definitely not. He's a fairways back. I think we can get him in a selection or 2, just because we all know Ryan Poles likes his BC O-lineman.
Well, what does it say? Needs are edge, linebacker, tackle, wide receiver, and something.
I think you draft your new leader at linebacker, middle guy.
I think so too, to be honest with you. All right, let's do that. Let's just look here real quick. I might actually take one of these trades to get closer to the pick. Where is he here? Well, Justin Jefferson. Nah, we just gonna take Landon Barton, man. Landon Barton it is.
But Zune went.
Who, Trey Zune?
Yeah.
Oh, there go Hezekiah Masters as well. Okay, but we got our linebacker.
Position group wise, you're getting low. You want to look at the tackles. What else did you need? Edge, wide receiver, cornerback.
I think we're going to go without an edge.
I think the best player here, I'm being honest with you, and it's off the reservation. Like Keegan Tross, put a star by him. Out of Missouri, Keegan Tross down there. But Bryce Lance.
Oh, yeah, he ran a 4.3 today.
Yo, Bryce Lance looked great, bro.
Yeah, star him, though.
I can't.
We talked about him before all this shit happened, did we not?
Yes, we've talked about him a couple of times. Honest to goodness,
We do need a wide receiver, and he's right up there, right near. That's close to the top where we're looking at.
I don't. Let's go out on a limb and take the wide receiver here.
Just because we don't
we
know,
got another pick a few away.
We have a pick.
We just don't know what happened with DJ Moore and do that as the safe thing, right?
We're gonna take the wide receiver here. We've got a selection in just a couple of picks here. So
all right, so running back, cornerback, inside offensive line, offensive tackle, and edge.
I think offensive tackle has got to be in order.
I think at this point, there's Bowery. He's right on
time. Right on time
for us. Let's select Bowery.
Keegan Tross would have worked too, but we beyond that now.
Look like a Taylor Green went. No, and we did see that the Bears did meet with a couple of quarterbacks.
Was Taylor one of them?
No.
Who did they meet with again?
Go ahead. I'll let you know in a minute.
I did see that as well, and I couldn't recall who. I think Carson Beck was one. I'm not sure.
Carson, no.
It
was
it could be just
Baron Morton from Texas Tech.
It could have been just to see about some other player on the team.
Mm-hmm. And
Hunter.
North Dakota State Cole Payton.
North Dakota State. See about Trey Lance. I mean about Bryce Lance. That could have been.
That's probably what it was. They're getting
intel.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, getting intel on Bryce Lance. There's your
because he's tall. He got nice hands, like in his drills. Like some of the things that you could see is the way they catch the ball. And certain guys are just reaching out and just plucking the ball out of the air like a little baby bird falling from the nest. And he had those soft hands. His speed was there, and then just the fluidity of motion. Plus, you can't coach 6'3".
Also, how many picks we got left?
I think we only got 2 selections left.
All right, I think this is running back territory.
Yep, 2 left.
It might just be
239 and 241.
I was kind of looking at that as well. So the ones that we have starred round out at.
I like Michael Morris here, but we got to take a chance.
Let's just go running back and see what's going on. Take the star off.
Ooh, you got some nice. Slow down. Just slowly go through that. Jaden Ott, Damon.
Star him as he's saying.
Rasul Faison.
I think that's worth a selection.
I think people seen enough of him by hopefully No Maniacs did their homework and seeing exactly what he is.
Let's do the other thing too now, just because we can.
You can do 2 together, I think, right?
Yeah. I don't see anything special at quarterback.
Yeah, there's the Morton right there.
Baron Morton?
Yeah.
No words. Okay. All right. Let's. I think we do. I think we get Faison. Let's run with Faison. Final pick.
All right. Here's my thought on the last pick. Now TJ's probably gone. Not TJ, but Tremaine. But TJ is coming off of a major injury, and we don't know what TJ we're going to get coming back. So I do think under the circumstances, they're going to do some things in free agency to maybe shore up some pieces on the offense and defensive line. But right now, I think you go back to the linebacker.
It wouldn't be a terrible thing because there's your Owen Heineke right there waiting for us to select them.
I thought we already took a middle.
We did. No, we didn't take over. We did take a linebacker, though.
It's a middle linebacker. We need an off
right.
Well, so Heineke is middle, though, right?
No, he's an off ball.
He'd be an off ball linebacker. I think you're right. Yeah, you know what? Let's do that.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it's
I think I think it wound up to be a pretty decent situation, barring the fact we did not get an edge, which drives me personally crazy because I think we need an edge. And let me go through your draft. B+ grade. Caden McDonald at the top, pick 25. Gave the selection an A. AJ Halsey gave the selection a B, and it has everything to do with we had to reach a little bit for Halsey, and there was a safety above him. Grayson Halton, A+ selection at 3 tech. So again, probably get some edge snaps from Grayson. Lander Barton, B+ selection at 129. Bryce Lance, B selection at wide receiver at 163. Jude Bowery following right after that, offensive lineman, left tackle at 167. Rasul Faison, running back, selection 239, B-. Oh, they didn't like the Rasul. And Owen Heineke as the final selection, B selection, interior linebacker, 241.
Don't take none of these grades personal from people that watch the film. Don't take none of that personal.
Well, grades have a lot to do with, did you select the best player available? How far back did you reach for a player? Were you able to capture capital in the middle instead of reaching for the player? This is kind of how they give us a +5 here just on the trade because we were able to trade back and still get get a selection and an additional pick. So if you're able to score a couple of trades that help things move forward, we did lose out on an Emmett Johnson in this case scenario, but we got Grayson Halton and Jude Bowery as a portion of that trade. So kind of worked out well for us. That's what these grades are about.
Do me a favor. If you can blow this up and get a good screenshot of the whole entire draft.
Well, just tick the save at the bottom there.
Well,
share rather. And then it'll make a file in the share, and then you can just send it to them in email.
I just wanted to do it. Yeah, I knew we was going to do that, but just try to take a shot for the people that's watching the show. Maybe they can take a screenshot if they want to.
I might actually be able to do that just here, so bear with me for a minute.
Mm-hmm. But you see, it matters if, like, you took the first pick of Caden McDaniel, so that kind of set the tone. If you had taken, let's say, the left tackle, that would have set a different tone. Some of the players may have still been, attained, but may not.
You know what? I would say this, and we'll do this to get ready to start, getting towards the end. We're not closing it just yet. But you got to ask yourself, what are the Bears thinking in this offseason? Are they thinking more offense, or are they thinking more defense? And what is the particular thing that they're looking for? And to me, if you want to do an accurate Chicago Bears offseason and draft, or either or, you have to think that first, because Dennis Allen really didn't get anything that he needed during this last offseason. Ben Johnson got that. And this year, it was clear to me that difference. I don't know if y'all saw it that way, but I saw it that way.
I think everybody sort of saw it that way, right? That's my thoughts. Yes, it was a Ben Johnson draft last time around. This draft is likely to be much more, things to say. This draft is likely to be much more DA specific. Me saying that now and then looking at this draft is pretty decent. I have a hard time with the Caden McDonald selection up front. I still think Dennis Allen needs an edge rusher no matter what. Maybe
why don't you do? What time we wrapping up? No, man.
We got at least a half hour. We could do another
one. Before we do that, Kes, can you zoom it in just a little bit? Just a little. Just so we got everything.
Wait. Too much.
Hey, that's me.
Oh, what the fuck is that?
That's sexy ass.
That's the last thing we needed.
Sexy motherfucker.
What happened there?
No.
Well, what's wrong with your fade, homie?
Hey, man, you know.
No, you had it. You had it, kid.
It looked like your fade is
It's
fading
a,
away
oh,
into the
wait a
sunset.
second.
Can you do that again? No, put that.
I
Put
lost the
that.
whole thing.
Yeah. Just leave it up there for like
You
3
sure
minutes.
you're not related to Beldar Conehead and them?
Hey.
All right. I think that's good. I think you got everything.
Yeah,
That's the whole.
Heineke was the last. Yeah, there you go.
That's as good as I can get it, really.
Yeah, that's perfect right there.
Okay.
Just leave that up there for a couple of minutes while we talk, and then we'll take it down. Get everybody get their screenshots if they want.
But now as you see here, Nomad went with K. McDaniel, best available on the board defensive tackle. Whereas Keds was thinking edge first, and I was thinking left tackle first. So the variations are, that's why these mocks, just kind of play around with it to just see the possibilities. Now, this is not real life. This does not, take into consideration trades that may happen or anything like that, but just to get an idea.
Yeah, I just think, they can go into the draft and like I was listening to Dan Rochard, who y'all might want to fuss with me about it, but go ahead. But I consider the MVP of last season, even though Caleb had a bomb ass year and some other people on the team had bomb ass years. But I think the stability of the offensive line and the improvement that came with it was the MVP, and I'm giving that to Dan Rochard. I watched him on if you guys haven't seen it, but he's got a interview with Teron Armstead. He's got a podcast and he does that, but that was a great interview. And he gave some nuggets in that interview. And I'll tell you something that's going to probably make you feel kind of good, kids. And I don't know if he was sending Teron Armstead and some of the decision making that might be going on behind the scenes, but if you watch that full interview, you would be led to believe that the offensive tackle answer for the Chicago Bears coming into the season with Ozzie being down is inside the building. And that leads to it's either the Eagle, Braxton, or Karan Amagaji, which he didn't say specifically would be there, but he thinks there's meat on the bone with all those guys. Just tell me what I seen from the interview. Don't believe me, just go watch the interview and tell me what you think when you come back to the show.
Yeah, because he also threw in the point that a premium left tackle in free agency and or the draft will require assets that they don't have at the moment.
At the moment.
Yeah, that's why I threw that ATM in there. That's what the kids say.
There you go. There you go. So at that point, they don't have the assets to get possibly a Trent Williams and pay him the amount of money they're gonna have to pay him, which I think is the best move if you just erase everything off the board and all the thoughts and any
Not
of that.
Trent Williams money though. You know what I mean? Like,
well, you can free up some Trent Williams money.
If Trent Williams was taking Jason Peters' money, yeah, let's go. He ain't
he ain't gonna get Trent Williams money he got last year. I can tell you that.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, but that's why he got cut, right? He got cut because they're paying him handsomely at his age, and at the same time, man's playing well at his age. So I don't see an extreme.
I mean, has his play fallen off?
No, I don't see his play falling off on, like, strangely enough at I think he's 38 years old. Like, he's an old man.
You can take it down now, kids. I'll take it down.
All right. I don't see his play falling off.
Yeah, rack yours up, kids.
Say what now?
Rack yours up, and you start out with an edge.
Okay.
Or, you know what I mean? And then, like, I'll do it quick and then start out with left tackle.
Okay.
No. What now?
You said run another mock real quick.
No.
Why?
I can't, man.
You can. It'll take us. That last mock took us a half hour. This one will take us about.
All right, man. I'll roll with it. Mm-hmm.
Because now remember, well, we got screenshots and the file, but if and when Kids, if he starts off his draft with an edge, let's see how many different directions they will go.
All right, man. Just know, man. I'm not that far from the lady being.
Patrick, I think the Niners will let him go because he costs. I think he's close to $20 million a season right now. Like his number's pretty high. I don't think it's because
if they keep Trent Williams, I'd be amazed.
Just remember they just paid Brock Purdy a lot of money. They have to sort of make moves now to make sure that they can make moves now, right? So
if they without him, Brock Purdy's gonna struggle. Like,
don't get that wrong. Now you're damn straight. He's gonna struggle because Trent Williams is a linchpin on the left.
Well, Patrick is saying he's always hurt and a year older.
I tell you a guy to really pay attention to in free agency that ain't Trent Williams. The big name is Yosh Yosh Nijman from the Packers. I told y'all this probably 4 weeks ago. It's a name to pay attention to.
From the Packers?
Yeah.
No, Panthers.
Panthers.
He's with the Panthers. He must have moved. I'm telling you, it's a guy.
Well, there's another left tackle from the. I think it's Rankin. Am I wrong? No, it's not Rankin. Slater. Rashul.
Rashad. Yeah.
I'm just saying they're both available right now. Both the Packers left tackle and.
Slater is as you know, I think a higher AP cost, price, amount.
Trust me, they're different on film. Yosh Nijman can play every single role.
Patrick, you watch the show, bro. Big ups to you. You know I'm not a fan of Packers.
Yeah, man, y'all got to get over that, y'all.
You know what?
Talking about the guys on the show, I'm talking about everybody, man. We got to get over that.
No, it's not about him being a Packer. It was about the way Booker was just getting in
his lunch. Yeah, you're right.
The Packers do two things well. They draft well, and they really produce offense at a high level. In any position, you're going to get a good player because the system is the same. And they really perform well in those systems. So if you got a West Coast offense, what that translates to for a team like us that also runs a West Coast offense, but in a different way, you just cut in half the learning curve. Now they just got to come in here and learn your verbiage, learn your terminology, and run the same concept. That's what you're getting when you get a Packer. And so as invaluable as you guys think that is, it's extremely valuable to the people inside the building. They ain't got nothing to do with fanfare. They don't give a shit. Get the right guy in the building that can be multiple. And Yosh Nijman, even though he was a Packer, is one of those guys. So only keep an eye on that name.
Well, the upside about Yosh Nijman is he's very affordable, so they may wind up making a move in this regard. Quite frankly, it probably costs them less to get a Yosh Nijman than it would be to actually sign Braxton Jones to an extended contract when they don't have to. So that's part of the conversation. I just, I don't expect them to re-sign Braxton Jones. They might, though. I don't know if that's to our benefit. I feel it's not. I feel it's to our detriment, which leaves us with the other two guys, Karan and the Eagle. I'm all about the Eagle. I think the Eagle do great at low wallet share money, and they just re-signed him for low wallet share money. And then you have the third round pick who's been developing, and hopefully he can stay healthy and might be able to help out.
I'll tell you what, Trips, because I know you itching to do this, man. Can we do it
for a scratch?
You can't do it in 30 minutes.
Yeah, we can.
All right, man.
Wait, am I doing or is Kids doing? I thought Kids was doing.
No. You said you was kind of saying you want to do it.
Okay, well, what else? Run it, Kids. Send it.
We got to be done, man, because I got shit going on.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Boom.
All right, blow it up again. Like,
you know what? Let me do this again. Give me a second.
Wait, what?
Where is it at?
Now, those of you in the chat, be for real. How many mocks have you done thus far, and how many do you think you will do?
I'll be one of the no maniacs. I did 3 so far.
Oh, 3.
That's it.
I'm surprised you've done any. To be frank with you,
I'm surprised too, but I had to run a scenario just to see.
Okay, I'm
And
surprised.
I did it 3 times in one day just to see how things are aligning.
See, Patrick said about 10. You can blow it up, Feds?
I can make it a bit bigger.
Like you did it before. You know, the full screen.
Oh,
we don't have to be in it.
My bad. Sorry.
Just let him operate, kids. Don't talk to him.
I got you. There it is.
All right. Now, we can wait. What are our picks right now?
We are at pick number 25. Draft has not started.
No, your picks.
Oh snap! I made a boo boo.
Oh, you almost did it 1 round.
Yeah. Except we'll fix that. 7 rounds. Start.
There we go. All right. What are our picks?
Before you started, hey, my girlfriend wanted to know why you didn't put some sardines in that fish taquito.
Well, because that would be redundant.
That's more fish.
So we already have the mahis, you know, and I don't think, you know, that's like, why don't you have tuna fish on top of your salmon?
You walk right into that one. I'll throw that one out there.
All right, we're ready. All right, what are our trade offers? Or go ahead and start.
When we start it up,
boom, send it. All right, all right. We show you how to do this. Show you fools.
Why ain't nobody moving up?
Well, because we haven't done that yet.
When I do it, I'm gonna give you guys a hint.
Well, but you got to do it before we actually hit start, though.
I'm gonna do it.
All right, so we're looking at 41, 40. What is that? 28,
29,
29, 34, and 42.
42, 37, 35. So, like, yeah, we can trade back. We get a future selection.
What's the future? Is it a first or second?
I'm 90% sure all of these are going to be a second.
Well, click on it.
I'm like Patrick said. Do it.
Is there one that you're really looking at? Here's 35, second.
No, I mean, if you just click on them, it all say second. They're all seconds. All right, so let's go with what's on the board. Let's show what's on the board, rather. Excuse me. Sorry.
Let's do that. Boom. Back to the board.
McDaniel. And all right, I'm going offensive tackle. Go ahead. Give me that. The Freeling.
That's the only reason Trish wanted to do it. He just wanted to itch this. He wanted to scratch this.
No, I just want to do it, you know, doing it with the tackle first.
That was gonna get to him in his sleep.
Send it.
I'm gonna do that. Just give me a second here.
You saw something at that combine that made him want to get Monroe Freely.
Is he a left, Trip?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
what did you see?
I just heard, you know, I'm not saying it has anything to do with it, but that his mama's a yoga instructor.
Oh Lord. Monroe
Freely. Is that why we're selecting him?
Yeah, it is. Send it.
All right. Okay. We have selected the yoga instructor.
Namaste, baby. Namaste.
We
Show
selected
me your downward dog. Yes.
Downward dog. Wow. We have selected the yoga instructor's son.
I know.
25th selection.
Triple R special, man.
All right. Show the offers, please. I can't see. What are those numbers?
Okay, so 60th selection and a future, likely a second. 67th selection and a future, likely a second. Minnesota 57 we would get pick number 82 and 97. Pittsburgh offers us 76 and 85 for pick.
Give me that one. Yeah, that's what I'm talking. All right, now we're gonna stack them up a little something. Go back to all. All right, now it does not say our needs there. Now we got to go according to this. So D line, edge, safety, linebacker, WR wide receiver. So is this the all top of the board?
Yeah.
All right. Scroll down a few.
Big citrus there.
Yeah, I see that.
Dante Scott.
All right, so scroll back up, and we're gonna go with the defensive line where safeties are. Big citrus, please. Executive decision. Keep it moving. All right. Now, when we get back onto the board, boom, there it is. Now, is that all?
This is all.
All right. Top is see. I scroll down a little bit slowly. Wait, Starbud Clark, because he's a star, right? Nomad.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, star him. All right. Scroll down a little bit. Look at linebacker specifically, please. All right, what is it? Yeah, we got a ways down there. All right, go back to all. All right, so now that we're taking the best available, or, well, depending on what we need, but we got bigger needs. So down a little bit.
Can I tell you a little something?
Take Bud Clark.
Before you finish.
Wait, go ahead.
I did hack the draft before the show with ChatGPT. I gave him some really good prompts and information. And one of the guys they got around this area was a guy named Harold Perkins.
Harold Perkins.
Linebacker, off-ball linebacker.
Wait, where is he at?
He's at, I believe, selection 129.
Oh, LSU kid.
LSU. He's great. It's just, in my opinion, a little bit early for him. We've got a selection 5 picks down the way. You know,
y'all should try that, man. One of these days, just go to ChatGPT, give them the right information, and see if you can hack what you think the Bears might do.
All right, give me all. All right, and right now,
you said Bud Clark. Is that what you're doing?
Yeah, the Bud, please. Is he a strong or a free-ish?
No, man. What's that?
Is Bud Clark a strong or a free safety?
More free than strong, but he can play both.
Okay.
For sure.
All right, now where are we at? All?
So I'm gonna check these trades.
Did I say more free or strong?
More free. Where pick are we at right now?
So we're at selection 89. There is 103, 107 and 139 from Cleveland, 108, 130 from Denver, 101, 140 from the Tennessee Titans. Do any of these look good to you?
On the board?
On the board directly with all. Emmett Johnson's on the board. Chandler Rivers, Danny Dennis Sutton, Grayson Halton, Devin Moore.
All right, well, just go to specifically defensive line real quick because we took care of tackle. We still got running back coming up. Scroll down. How many tackles deep do we have starred here?
We got we did get
big citrus. Well, I'm sorry, not tackle edge.
Just if you don't mind. Malachi Lawrence, man.
Yeah, I understand that, but I'm just looking because we're not taking him now, right? What's our next pick?
I don't think we have a pick anywhere near Malachi Lawrence's station.
What was the trade offers?
So we could move back to 101 and probably.
How about the 101?
Okay.
The Titans.
You want this one?
Please. Send it. And then now go back to all. Well, I guess it will pop to all. Boom. And now we're at all. No, that's edge, but he's a top edge. But yeah, take him. Yeah, there we go. Fine. We're done. Edge. Send it.
Malachi Lawrence at 101. There go Mike Wash down.
All right, your picks. Yeah, I wasn't even looking at running back because I was assuming we're just keeping Swift.
Oh, there goes Harold Perkins too, just before
your picks.
They did
so, that. Your picks. You've got Monroe Freeling, Dominique Orange, Bud Clark, Malachi Lawrence. Trenches.
And wait, how many more?
We've got 1, 2, 3 in day 3, 2 in 4th round, 1 in the 5th, and then 2 to round out at the end.
You can't do no more trading.
All right. Go back to all top up there. We took care of edge. Now we don't need. Well, we do need another safety, but keep going. We took care of tackle. Now cornerback and safety seem to be online here. So of the cornerbacks and safeties right here, pick one.
You want me to pick one?
Probably. Yeah. So Takario Davis
or safety.
Well, just put them both up.
I'm putting them both up. So there's your safety, Lewis Moore, Takario Davis at corner.
Jalen Kilgore.
Is that your guy?
All right, send it.
I think the safety is more important than corner right now.
Okay. Wait a second. We got a safety.
Yeah, but he's the free and Kilgore is the strong, right?
You doubling up. So
whoa.
I'm just making sure.
When you say doubling up, I don't want two safeties at the same position.
No, they both can play.
All right, on the field at the same time, one can be strong, one can be free.
Yeah, man.
All right, get him there.
And you would rather do that than look at linebacker, which we haven't selected, and there's Lander Barton right there.
The safety are more valuable.
Okay.
Well, how many linebackers are down further?
You're gonna get a good linebacker with your next pick. You're gonna get a good linebacker.
All right, well, take the safety then. Send it.
Kilgore. Oh.
Yep.
Oh, why did that do that? Let's try that again. Why are you doing that?
Unstar him or something. I don't know.
Technical difficulties?
Slightly, yeah.
It's not clicking on anything there. It doesn't look like.
It just wants to pop up ads, which sucks. I'm going to try this differently. And go to all and scroll down till we see Jalen Kilgore and try to select him this way.
No?
It's just
dragging. How about there?
There we go.
Boom. All right. All right. Oh, we're looking at what is that? Oh, that's tight end. All right. Yeah, you take Barton there because we need linebacker. Send it. That's done.
Corner.
We still need wide receiver, corner.
So we're going right to the take it easy, FFG, man. Good to have you, brother.
Right on. Yes, right, let's go ahead and get the we take Lance there since he's right there. Send it.
Wow. Yeah. Good call. I didn't know he would be there. That's wild. I still say you go back to your trenches or go get you another linebacker. Or Le'Veon Moss just popped up.
Well, he just left too.
He's gone. Yeah, so we're getting right into the 200s now. Heineke should be around for this later round selection. I don't know who else will be here, but we'll take a quick look.
Justin Jefferson.
Maybe.
Oh, you're right. So those are two selections, 239.
All right, where's our next star now?
Let's go right to star.
In the trenches.
Where's
offensive line?
Keep scrolling.
Linebacker. Just looking for your guy.
I guess Jefferson's gone.
Marcus Allen, cornerback. So we could go cornerback, linebacker here, or vice versa. Running back with Sue Faison.
It's a good place to get a running back too.
Jackie Marshall is still available. 5 technique. Play anywhere on the line. What are your thoughts, sir?
Good players, man. There's some really good players there. I love Jackie Marshall. I love Justin Jefferson.
Well, Justin Jefferson's gone already.
Okay, Jackie Marshall.
When's that? Well, we got 2 picks like right here. So Jackie Marshall's a bit down, right?
Yeah. So this one here, looking at the board, Heineke would probably be the selection.
All right, linebacker. We need that. Take him. Send it.
Oh, damn it.
Gotta do what you just did before.
I know. I'll try it again. Where is it now? Owen Heineke, and here's our final selection, I believe, of the night. Yeah, last pick.
Did you ever get your running back trip?
No.
No running back left to go.
We'll just go to running backs, see who's up there. And there's Faison.
Faison.
Ooh, yeah.
Frankly, here I would go with Jackie.
Yeah, I'd probably go Jackie Marshall though, because you're gonna double up on that line.
There you go.
Send it.
God damn it.
Man, some kind of bug.
Yeah, it's called.
Yeah, what with RB, but we got him. I'm assuming here because we didn't do the full offseason that Swift is still there, and they did something in free agency with running back, and now we would look to a UDFA running back possibly, but it's just only so many picks.
That's right, and that's a shame. Every draft, man, it's a shame.
I mean, because all of these were positions of, we needed them.
If you can blow this up again, Kez, like you did before.
I'm already rocking my way through that. So give me a second.
But you look at the comparison at the route Nomad took, and the route that I took, and they're not, a lot of crossover names, but they're positions of need with, dogs from Nomad's kennel, if you will.
Hey, they are.
Except for Monroe Freeland.
Well,
I had nothing to do with that.
He's about a massage.
All right, go ahead, Kez.
So I picked number 25, Monroe Freeling, offensive tackle. We selected C grade. Yeah, they did not like that pick at all.
Hey.
So we made a trade right after that. Pick number 57 for 76 and 85. Plus 15 on this trade, which is great. We wound up selecting Dominique Orange, defensive lineman, 1 tech, A- selection there. They liked that. We then selected Bud Clark at safety, B+ selection there. They liked that as well. We made another trade, 89 for 101 and 140. In this scenario, we selected Malachi Lawrence. Looks like the algorithm enjoyed that selection too. That was at pick 101. That's an edge rusher there. We got a Jalen Kilgore, another safety at 129, B+ selection. Another B+ selection in Lander Barton, interior linebacker. There's your MLB. Bryce Lance at wide receiver at selection 164. We then picked at 239 Owen Heineke, inside linebacker. And finally, Jackie Marshall, 5 tech at selection 241.
What was the grade on that?
Let's see what the grade was.
Or does it say? It may not say.
It doesn't say.
But now, these players, are all ballers. I would assume that they if they progress and develop, different than Nomad's draft, but we would welcome these players on the squad.
Nomad ain't have a draft yet.
I thought you did the one earlier.
That was me and Kez was kind of operating through that. I was more him.
But just the way the difference is, because they started off with McDonald in the D line and progressed from there. Now we got different players, but we filled a lot of needs just the same.
Trips, you was wilding out, man. You had to get Monroe Freeland because something you saw in that combine made you want to do that.
Yeah, the way he moved at his size at left tackle.
His mama does yoga.
And that.
You missed it?
Good morning, sunshine.
Patrick says, I think you were right on Washington. I think he's talking about Mike Washington, Nomad. That speed and ability makes him more valuable.
Oh, yeah, running back, yeah.
like Patrick, I believe there's reason, and I think the way the free agency period might shake out could put the Bears in position to move up in the draft to get a specific guy. And I think the specific guy could be somebody like Mike Washington. It could also be like I'm gonna tell you, David Bailey is a reason to move up in the draft as well.
Well, but the thing is, not that he would give away all the plans, but it was a distinct pose. It's like, yeah, move back. It wasn't like, yeah, we see some players that we might want to jump up for. There was none of that. Not saying that they wouldn't do it.
Maybe I might, when I do it, maybe I'll take that exercise and move forward. Maybe Wednesday or something.
So this was a B+ draft trip.
Okay. It'll be something that nobody else has done. I'll move up and see if I can get some collateral when I move back a little bit after that. But
well, I would do it like this. Obviously, you don't have time to do all of these, but we got a few days until the draft, if you will. Do one where you get a defensive tackle first. Do one where you get an edge first. Do one where you get a safety first. Do one where you get a left tackle first. Do one where you get a corner first, and then see where it takes you.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do next time. I'm definitely thinking about moving up in the draft and see what we got to give up to do it. I just want to see what that looks like. If y'all want to mock some shit up before we get into Wednesday's show, that's a good idea, man. Because when I decide to go there, that's probably the area I'm going to do, because I'm just going to assume that they're going to check some boxes in free agency, and they see a guy that they really want, and I'm just going to tell you right now, I see David Bailey as one of those guys. Mike Washington can be another with a little bit lesser of a trade back. The trade up for Mike Washington,
trade back for Washington,
less, but the trade up for Bailey is going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, bro, he's a top 4 selection in this draft.
Yeah, that's going to cost hell a lot.
We're going to see.
Whereas we can trade back and still attain Mike Washington.
Well, guess what? If we do the full thing, man, we might be able to get some collateral so that we can get some bomb ass players.
Well,
late rounds.
Well, that's the fun part about as stick to the model develops. That the part that Kez was talking about with the trades, I tried it one time and it was working. I tried another time it wasn't. But you can click on the player and it'll generate offers. It's like, we'll give you this pick for this player. And it also has the trade value in there in case it doesn't mock up some. You can go to a team that needs that player position and trade for picks, that value to keep it somewhat realistic. And you can acquire and accumulate picks that way. And then you can have a whole good ass time, in the draft.
All right. I'm going to say this, Patrick, and this is to your comment. He says and we're talking about the trade up scenario. He says you got Komet and DJ as ammo. I'm going to be honest, man. That whole thing with DJ became so personal after the season. It's like people it got to a point where it's just like, I can't stand you motherfuckers, man. Like the people that's constantly, like DJ provided so much for us. And it gets under my skin a little bit. It's like people are just so dismissive of what he brought to the table. Like without DJ, we ain't seeing the length of the season that we saw. We ain't seeing the success that we had. And even though DJ wasn't really a factor for most of the season, when it came down to it, DJ was that mother effer when he had to make plays. And so I'm just being honest with you. Seems like sometimes that the fans of any organization, not just the Bears, are so in the moment, they don't see the bigger picture. Like DJ is a dog. It's hard to find somebody, a number one receiver that plays all the games that he played, hurt like he did, and then still perform. Now, in the scenario that we talking about mocking up, I'm totally willing to propose a trade and see what we can get for DJ, just because I'm willing to play along with it. Now, I'm talking to the fan base, the No Maniacs, and everybody that's listening to me. Man, please stop being disrespectful of DJ Moore. Without that cat, we ain't get none of the shit we got this year.
Watch. DJ Moore gets traded tomorrow.
I don't care.
I'm just
saying, be respectful.
I'm just messing with you. In any event, I yes, there was a fan side of this whole conversation, but there's also just the dollars and cents of it. And Ryan Poles kind of like, just got to say things out loud. He kind of messed up with DJ Moore. Like, he put a lot of money in this young man's pocket early, and it makes it tough to maneuver. You know, there's also other guys that he then turned around and put a lot of money in their pocket. So he's got to do something. And the easiest things to do are as follows. Tremaine Edmunds, not re-sign Jaquan Brisker, potentially trade off DJ Moore, restructure Grady, Deo, Thuney, Jonah Jackson, and who's in the middle? Drew Dahlman. Like that. Those are the things that kind of have to happen. So, you know, I appreciate what DJ Moore brought to the table. Them kill shots against,
live shots.
You know, sorry, them this just doesn't sound the same. Unalive shots, you know what I mean? Like whatever. Them deep passes will just move away from the word from that. But those shots that ended the Packers went to DJ Moore. DJ Moore is a big part of that. He has some, you know, he has some serious receptions this season. Might not have big reception numbers, but key game-ending receptions. And to that effect, I have to give him mad love. You know, he's put up big seasons in the past for this team. And that being said, as a Bear, he's invaluable. But maybe he might be invaluable to another team with a young burgeoning quarterback, because he seems to do well with these young burgeoning quarterbacks, with the slight exception.
Kids, it only bothers me because, you know, I think people developed a personal thing with him, because it looked to me, and we all watch the same thing we watch every game together, all of us, all three of us. And it looked to me like some of the freeze was intentional about not having him being a part of the game plan. It looked early in the season to the late part of the season like it was intentional. And then all of a sudden, DJ Moore was a factor. And I don't know if that now a really good, colorful game plan designer would say, you know what, let's keep DJ on the fringes for right now. And let's work on these younger guys, and let's get these guys involved and show them they're a factor. And later on in the season, if you start thinking about it and rewind, it looked like, okay, everybody's paying attention to Colston, everybody's paying attention to Rome, because Rome was the it guy early in the season. And it looked like to me, if I was, you know, using my head to really disseminate what I was seeing, they were intentionally freezing DJ out for a couple of reasons. Could have been that, okay, we want to start working on our offense without DJ Moore. Second part could have been, maybe we want to save him for later. I don't know how y'all think about that, but that's kind of where my mind goes when it comes to that. Either way, fellas, I think DJ Moore is extremely important. I think he's hard to come by, and I think he's a bomb-ass receiver when you put the ball in his hands on a regular basis. When you target him.
I would love to hear Ben Johnson just explain his thought process behind getting DJ so many running back reps, when it was like, okay, that's different.
I can help you there.
Okay.
And you don't?
He's trying to make the offense more multiple. He's trying to bring variations to. No. Listen, look at it this way. Just look at it this way, kids. Look at it if you were a defender, and you see DJ Moore out on the perimeter all the time, you really know what to expect from him. But if you motion him into the offense from a different position, now whoever that was that had to key on DJ, now he's got to think about something different. And you give him the ball. And so people will, on the other side of that, when they're scheming against the Bears, be like, oh, okay, they just dressing this shit up and trying to make us do things we don't want to do. You have to play chess with this. And he was using DJ as basically as window dressing, but then giving him the ball. But then other times not giving them the ball and forcing a player away from the play. And so he goes on a jet sweep. He takes an entire football player out of that range of everything that they want to do. You understand what I'm saying now?
Oh, I get it. So a few fakes, a decoy, and then boom, hit him with a play. I get it. I just don't like it. You know what I mean?
Like, how many of the guys that we had on the team that could have done what DJ did?
We have one, and he wound up sitting on the bench for the better part of the beginning of the season because of that. But
Devin Duvernay, but then
no, Luther Burden's the guy, man. He's the guy. So I have little problems with that whole running back situation, period. I hear what you're saying, and yeah, it was sort of it was to a certain degree, it was to put something on tape that folks would see, whether it worked or didn't. It was just like something we're trying, and then he could do something different.
Right.
You know what I mean? He wound up doing that a few times, and that was cool. Just for me, it was cool to see because it gave me a true glimpse into the mind of a Ben Johnson. Like he's really trying to mess with other teams. Like he really is, and that's cool. The flip side of this is like you're bringing DJ Moore into the under center area. You're also bringing that cornerback into the under center area. So now if he actually gets the ball and he's running the ball, he's going nowhere. And that was sort of the end result of every time he got the football on the center. So I was not very pleased with that. It also means you're taking the ball out of the hands of a Kyle Monangai, a DeAndre Swift in a running case scenario where they probably would have done better than DJ.
You already had it, but you're not really seeing what you're saying.
No, I see both. I see both sides of it, though. You know what I mean? I see this. I see the scheme side, and that makes sense. So I'm not mad that they did it.
Even if he got nothing on those plays where he actually got the ball, he got a yard, maybe two, maybe nothing. The fact that he gave it to him is going to play a factor. Because you got to honor it now.
No, it did play.
It's only 11 players that you can. It's only 11 guys, kids. You take one freaking guy out of that with a couple tight ends that you had to account for and some other guys that you got to account for. That's going to thin out the herd.
It did play a factor in time. The other way of looking at this is the way that I was describing. And now I'll layer onto that a little more. The lack of actual targets for DJ Moore during the beginning of the season was also quite eye-opening, to the point that I'm sure the three of us definitely brought it up in conversation a couple of times until finally there was a game where he was targeted a few times and there was some level of success. But those first four games, there really wasn't much going to that left side of the field, to the degree that it was almost expected that they were going to put DJ Moore in the running back game and just to get him into the game, right? So it was a little bit odd. Right. I see them doing the same thing with a Luther Burden. Don't get me wrong, but it's
all right. Also, look at it from this standpoint, Trish and kids. Look at it from this way too. We just looked at it from a DJ perspective. We just looked at it from a coaching perspective on how to use DJ. Now look at it from this perspective. When a quarterback is learning a new offense and really trying to get comfortable with the verbiage, trying to get comfortable with the play call in the huddle and getting to the line of scrimmage, all of that shit was happening in real time while we were wondering why guys ain't being a particular factor in the offense. And behind the scenes, while that's going on, Caleb is going through whatever he's going through and then targeting wherever he's going to target. He had a particular real emphasis on wherever Rome was. We were questioning what the hell did we get. Also with DJ Moore, we were talking about Colston Loveland. Like, he ain't a factor either. Whenever he got into the mix, there was a certain thing that Caleb went through that shouldn't be looked over. And you don't realize that maybe the offense didn't really open up, to me, in my opinion, that didn't really happen until
Week
the running
5
game.
or 6, right?
We talking about somewhere around the trade deadline, mid-season,
Yeah.
maybe a little earlier than that, but it didn't really turn on a dime until something happened in the bye week. And I think they got some running game shit straightened out there. And then that opened up everything. And so now all of a sudden DJ Moore is a factor. Now all of a sudden not Cole Kmet, it's more Colston Loveland, it's more Luther Burden, it's more everybody. Now Caleb is kind of seeing the field a little bit better. And so when you factor that part into it, as opposed to looking at it like he wasn't productive in the first part of the season, there's also layers to that.
Mm-hmm. Well, the thing with, just from my just overall view of it, is there was a whole thing about DJ maybe not, respecting Caleb because, he's a rookie quarterback, and it's like, fuck, I got to train another kid, and they weren't on the same page. But then even after all this time together, they still don't have any kind of, they don't seem to click. They don't have that, that language, unwritten, unspoken wide receiver quarterback thing. Now that takes time to develop. I get it, but they were just not on the same page way too often, and not criticizing his toughness or the training staff, but really criticizing the training staff. Players, DJ included, were on the field when they were not healthy. And that disrupts their ability to execute the play, whether they be dinged up, coming off of possible concussed syndrome, or, a sprained ankle, and now, run them on the jet sweep. And it's like, well, dude just came back in, getting another tape, so guys coming back too early, from injuring themselves in warmups, Rome and Gordon. So that's the whole training staff issue. But with DJ in general, it's like that last play, that he catch shits for, that Caleb threw the interception against the Rams. He just came back on the field after being out of the blue tent, and he was just kind of like, yeah. And it just seems as though that they just still don't mesh like that. And so at his price and at his position, it's like, you got to take the asset. It's not personal. And it's like, yes, he made those clutch game-winning catches against the Packers. And if he wasn't here, he wouldn't have made those catches. But maybe somebody else would. Next season moving forward, somebody else will have to if he's not here.
I'll tell you this, man. It was just so much to – this is an onion. And it's got layers on it. It really does, kids. It's got layers on it.
I want to bring you back though a little bit to the beginning of this season, because even Patrick is saying in the chat that there was a time where you saw it, right? Like where both
I remember very intentional that Caleb wasn't targeting him.
We were worried about that altogether,
and I meant that when I said it. But
then there's a game where, and I think it's game 6, right? So bye week is passed. Braxton Jones is gone. Week 5 was a good game. Week 6, I think, is really where things started to click. But there's a game right around there where, they're on the sidelines after one of these big connections between Caleb and DJ. And Caleb goes up to DJ and he kind of massages the shoulders, and then he gives him a big hug, and even DJ's kind of like, man, get off me type of thing. And I know we all kind of watched that, and in my mind I was like, maybe what we were talking about exists, maybe that chemistry isn't there, and they're kind of trying to reel it back in and build it.
I'm gonna cut right to the shit for you. it's a game of football. Your teammates. Trust me when I tell you, all pieces don't fit together.
Of course.
They don't all F with each other. I don't give a damn what nobody say. Ain't nobody trying to force their way. No, nobody's trying to kiss nobody beneath the waist because they're trying to fit alongside somebody. Nobody's doing that. And you don't have to. You don't have to be the best of friends, and you don't have to be yoked together. You don't. All you got to do is go out there and perform. And if I don't F with you and we ain't as cool as people think, man, I've seen many champions, many championship caliber teams that won multiple championships together. And I know one personal that wasn't yoked with the people that he was on the team with all the time. It's just not going to happen. All these guys are not going to fit together on a personal basis when they get off the field. They ain't going to be the best of friends. Doesn't matter. What matters is when they own the field, can you make it work? And the rest of that shit can go straight to hell.
But this is the question, though. Like, I don't expect them to go and party together if they don't, they just need to have chemistry on the field. And for a large chunk of last season, they did not. And I think that's part of the sentiment that's being felt out there and why DJ gets a little bit of
when they needed it, what happened?
Sorry?
When they needed it, what happened?
Hey man, like don't get me wrong. In clutch situations, and it's for this should be said for both of these players. Caleb Williams and DJ Moore in the clutch seem to be a thing this season.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, right? But when the game ain't on the line and it's just a regular actual football game, things seem to be a little bit off. So I don't know what you do here. Do you take it for do you keep him on for clutch? Do you replace him? I don't know what you do, but all I can say is this at the end, and it has nothing to do with whether I like DJ or don't. I appreciate everything he's done. I do know he's in and around $30 million contract over the course of the next little bit. And the Bears, given the mistakes they've made with Dio and Grady, they got to figure a way to get some level of cap relief.
Man, listen, man. Okay, whatever they want to do is we can argue about that, but that's just something I needed to say, man. Man, dog, me against the fan base sometimes. It's what it feels like for me. It's like people don't really appreciate what it really is, and they see it on TV and they just think it's this. And I'm one of those people that's out here to doing this podcast and this show and this network, trying to bridge that gap between fan and player. I'm just one of those people that feels like that's my role, to try to help that out a little bit. And sometimes, forgive me when I sound like I'm just being a little testy about some of the stuff I hear about. It's not about whether or not I think your opinion is valid. I ain't talking to you or Trips. I'm talking about everybody in the chat, everybody. It's just me trying to give a perspective to it that maybe you may or may not have been thinking about. It's all I'm trying to do. That's my whole intent, is to bring another angle to your mindset and why you react to things the way you do. Take it from this perspective and see if you see it in a different way. That's my goal. That's my goal. But nevertheless, man, we got to get ready to close the show. Because the old lady is here and we got other shit to do. And don't start, man. Everybody got on socks and shoes and shit. Shut up. Ain't nobody doing none of that weird
shit. Shoot.
I love you, boys. Y'all know that.
Wearing sandals in the house.
Yeah, man. It ain't summertime, man. Love you, boys, man. Let's go and get ready to close this motherfucker out.
Hey, man, it's a Sunday night. Thanks for joining us again, right here on Kez Canuck, right here on the Nomad Network, and right here at Sports Chicago Style. We appreciate that. Patrick Higgins, big ups to you, FFG. Raymond, ATF, sorry, brother. You know what I mean? White G. Who else is out there? There's a whole bunch of folks out there. Robert Mecca, Pete Castiglione. I totally pronounced that perfectly. I should pat myself on the back for that. Big Dwayne is out there. Yo, shout outs to all you guys. Thanks for coming through in any event. We appreciate your patronage. And we'll be back here doing the darn thing again for some extra sauce on Wednesday night. Same thing with the following Sunday. We'll be back at it again. You know, I hope I do agree with Nomad to a certain degree with the DJ thing. There was a lot of just general animosity against the guy, and I don't think he deserved that. I think part of the conversation should be, you know, with respect to what Tripp was saying, the guy was hurt in that moment as well, and played through a lot of pain throughout that season, and that might sort of look like potentially him running what folks thought was a lazy route. And in that regard, I can't really even blame the guy. But you can then look at trainers. You can also look at the fact that, strangely, you know, they didn't hold him off and put somebody else out there, Duvernay, All Day Walker. Who knows? Things they could have done in that situation. But unfortunately, the season's over. Gotta look at the offseason, and we got to get better. We're going to do that.
Look at
And we're
PJ.
going to keep you informed.
He's just been peeping the whole time. Ain't said shit.
Hey, P. Jack, what it do, my brother?
What up, boy?
P to the J.
What up, P?
Hey, real quick, shout out to Michael Jordan and his NASCAR racing team, as they have won their first 3 races of the season, which this is the first time that has ever happened in NASCAR's 77-year history.
You be watching that?
Michael Jordan out there still doing the damn thing.
You be watching NASCAR?
No, I just happen to see it. But I mean, I have watched it, and I would watch it, but I don't make a choice to watch. I like motor racing, you know, NASCAR, the Indy cars, you know. But those dudes on the bikes, I can't watch that because that's just unaliving on the stick.
Tour de France, or are we talking motocross?
Like the endurance racing, car racing, just cars.
I can't watch racing.
Open wheel, closed wheel trucks. Yeah, I like those.
Yeah, I'm with you too. No, man, I'm not a. It's like I understand it because I know NASCAR was out there in Chicago for a little bit doing their thing. I think they do a yearly thing now.
Well, they used to, but I think they stopped that.
Oh, they stopped it now.
Races.
Yeah,
they're like the street races that they called them. Because I think next year they're going back to the raceway that's in the area and not on the city streets. So that might not be a thing going forward.
Well, like I said, not something I have any general interest in. But shout out to Michael Jordan for making another bunch of cash. And he's just finding ways to generate more money with his tongue out. That's it.
You know, and the numbers of his cars, 23.
You know what it is.
35.
And 45.
And 45.
Of course. Okay. Yeah.
All right. I'll tell y'all guys what, man. I think that's pleasantries, but I want to leave y'all with something, even though I do have a lot of things on my mind. And it ain't got nothing to do with football. It ain't got nothing to do with this realm. It's got a lot to do with the world and what's going on right now. But just to keep the door closed on politics, I'll leave you guys on a good note. And I'll give you some suggestions for some things that you might want to do to fill up some time and get your mind off the crazy shit going on in the world. And that would be some really good shows on different apps right now that we've already seen. There's a really, really good one on Netflix called His and Hers. If you like something that's going to make you think, mystery thriller type of, what you saying? Yeah. What?
Edge of your seat.
Oh, she firing up His and Hers right now.
Right? What the fuck is taking so long?
Yeah. See, hey, but that His and Hers on Netflix, you got to see that. Got to see that. If you like Western, The Abandons is really, really good. I think I mentioned that before. That's really good, man, on Netflix as well. But another one that's gonna really get your mind. I'm just gonna tell you right now, if you like things that really fire up the neurons in your brain, the neutrons and all that shit, Black Rabbit on Netflix is that shit for you. It's a limited series. It's like 6-7 episodes or something like that. Like I told you guys before, Netflix is doing a real good job at the limited series, man. Now I think that's where a lot of things are going, to limited series, just to kind of put a worm out in the water with a fishing pole and hook attached to it to see if you're gonna like it, and then they go from there. So limited series is an area I think you all should probably go down that road, man, and see some really good stuff there. Yes, it's a lot of good stuff, but let me see. I got
Right on, Pete. Rubbing is racing.
The Beast in Me. The Beast in Me on Netflix was also really, really good. Another thriller, another thinking kind of show that would make you, it's going to put your mind to work a little bit. And these are the kinds of shows that we're kind of leaning into right about now. The kind of stuff that's going to make you think and not really know the conclusion to something before it comes to the conclusion. It's really good. But maybe I'll put those links in the description after the show. But I'm telling y'all, there's some good stuff on Netflix right now. Really good stuff. So I just want to leave you guys with that before I give you guys one more last chance to speak on anything before we close it out.
Shout out to Patrick. He brought up Days of Thunder, got him in a NASCAR. You know, cool movie. Used to love it on the PlayStation. And rest in peace to Robert Duvall, you know, who was the pit crew manager in that movie. And one of my favorite quotes from one of his movies: "I love the smell of napalm in the morning. Smells like victory." So yeah. So shout out to everybody and anybody that may be in harm's way in a theater of combat someplace around the globe. Y'all, you know, keep your heads down and get home safe. Kids.
Bear down, y'all.
Hey,
bear down.
On the way out the door, before we get out of here, I just want to leave you guys with some nice words and some perspective here. And I'm biting my tongue because I have to, because we don't want to put politics in the middle of this good, solemn place that we have here at the Nomad Network. And it's great that we can come in here and just keep all of that BS outside the bubble. And we keep the bubble what the bubble is. And we do our shit up in here. And we talk about all kinds of stuff. But we keep that nonsense out of here. I'm just letting you guys know I'm biting my tongue big time here. And I just wanted to give you that at the end about those movies, those shows, or just shows here. But the movies we do on Some Extra Sauce, what we got coming up on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central, is part of the reason why we do that, because you need a distraction from some of the effed up in the world sometime. And I think that's what this show does, man. Whether it's Nomad at Night or Some Extra Sauce, man, it provides a great buffer for at least a few hours for you to really get your mind off of what you probably ought to be thinking about on a regular basis, and that's what the hell is going on and what the hell's about to happen. And so that's why I think we're important. That's why I think we're powerful. And that's why I think these three guys that you see here on the screen, this is why you need to come here. It's because you need that relief. Because if you get your mind wrapped around all the other stuff that's going on right now, it's going to put you somewhere in a facility. I'm just telling you that right now. And so you want relief, you want something to make you feel better about what's going on in this life right now, come to the Nomad Network and come and join Some Extra Sauce on Wednesday at 8 p.m. Central. Good relief for what's going on in this life. And I just want to say I love you guys. I love these two guys on the screen. They're my brothers. And I just want to leave you guys with these famous words: love, peace, and hair grease, y'all.